And then let's see here. I wonder if okay. Good evening, everybody. Hey,
Hey, there you are.
sorry about that.
No, fine. Now, you guys want my camera sideways, right? Or what's
Uh,
best?
let me get the because right now your screen's looking a little crazy because it's just you and I. Once we add the other two, it'll be different. And I think there's a little bit of echo on your audio.
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
Now, am I echoing? You're saying?
For a second there, it sounded like you were. I think,
Okay.
yeah.
he's good on mine. He's good on mine.
He's going your end. Now I just need to.
Papa Pitt,
Hey,
how
what's
you
up?
doing?
Good,
Good
man.
seeing you, man.
Likewise, man.
Yes, Amanda, you get your favorite two fellas on the live at the same time. Papa
Oh
Pitt
shoot,
and
we're gonna
Michael's
get in
not here
Amanda.
trouble. We're
yet.
gonna get in
How's that
trouble now.
possible when Michael's not here yet?
Whoa! Was that a jab at me now? Hold on here. Don't I get a senior
That
citizen
was
discount?
a jab at Caleb. That was absolutely a jab at Caleb.
Mm, yeah,
Oh,
excuse her, Papa Pitt. I've been trying. She's a tough
Yeah.
one. She's a tough one. Oh, man.
man.
So how's everybody doing? Going on over there? Everybody good?
Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Just trying to figure out why my computer stopped plugging into the
Oh,
Wi-Fi. I was having issues with my phone doing the same thing, so I'm on
okay.
a data network right now.
Yeah, Amanda, it sounds like there's like a little echo on your side, though. I don't know if it's your side, but when you talk, I hear kind of echo.
Here, one
Like
second then.
slight.
I'm going to see if it will mute me.
All right. Do y'all hear any echo now?
I don't hear nothing. Like she turned off. She put on mute, so I don't know. Am
Yeah.
I echoing?
No echo at all. Elevated Kennels, what's going on, man? All respect to you.
Well, they're already
Is it
in.
me? It might be
Yeah,
me,
so
huh?
Caleb, when you started talking, I can
Was it
hear
me
it.
then?
All
Me
right,
or
let me
Maybe.
jump off. I'll jump off and I'll jump back in. And then who's joining us? Michael or Bruce?
It should be Michael. It should be Michael. I think that
Okay.
Bruce is working tonight.
And I know he's got puppies coming, so I'll give him a
Mm.
shout and then I'll get back on. Hopefully that'll fix the echo and then all four of us be on. All right, I'll be right back, right?
All right.
Papa Pitt, don't be too hard on her. Actually, you know what? Hey, have at it. Get her. I'll see y'all in
You're a
a
fool.
minute.
He'll just live vicariously through you and this whole thing because apparently he thinks it's fun to be mean to me. It's fine.
Oh, stop it. Come on now. Man, do we have the same color cup or is it?
I don't know. Mine's was a gift from my friend in Germany.
That's a nice cup though. That's porcelain, huh?
Mm. I could fit 2 beers in here with room to spare.
Oh, hey, take it easy. I'm drinking lemonade tonight.
Anything in that lemonade there, sir?
No, it is. I'm a Pacifico man, so I usually drink Pacifico, but it's lemonade today.
Oh, yeah. I drink Pacifico, and people look at me interesting. They're just like, that's a little heavy. I think. Really?
No, I'm telling you, if you ever get this way, there's a beer out here called California Squeeze, and it's a blood orange flavored beer. But oh my God, it's
Oh.
it's too tasty to drink, man. It's just and it's like a 5.0 alcohol, so it's really smooth.
Um, there is so I think it's out of near Atlanta. There is a brewery. They make a pineapple IPA. It sounds gross, but it's really delicious.
You know,
Surprisingly delicious.
I can't get into the IPAs. To me, they taste they're just a little more. They have like a I don't know, like a grassy green taste. You know, they just
Mm-hmm.
they don't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't get into that, man.
It's definitely IPAs are not for everybody. Sometimes the like people can do the hazier ones or the ones that have like the fruit infusions and everything like that. But yeah, they're definitely not for everyone. There are some that are just like they're really hoppy, so it's like the only way I
Yeah,
can possibly describe it is bottom of the basement dank. It's
yeah.
some of the IPAs. So
To me it's like making beer out of Brussels sprouts, man, which is pretty damn close. The hops, you know, I can't do it,
oh
man.
yeah, that's about right. That's about right. I can be on
Uh,
board with that being the best way to describe it.
Caleb, how's that? Is
Oh my
anybody
God.
echoing? Are we good or what?
All right. Everything sounds good on my end. Is there any echo?
Yeah, and I think that yeah, I think it might be on your end, Ron.
Mine. Okay. You want me to go out and come back in?
Yeah, let's try that real quick and
Yeah,
see if
okay.
it's just a microphone issue.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Yes. Ah, okay. So Mike's coming on.
All right, yeah. Hey, and then everyone, hey, Mike is expecting puppies any minute now, so he might actually have to jump
Right.
off. I'm sure he'll say the same
Right.
thing, but just kind of to iterate
Oh
that,
yeah.
he'll reiterate that. But very, very, very exciting time for him, and I'm very excited for him. What an
Oh, and
amazing couple they are.
oh, I know. I love them to pieces as people, as breeders, and then I love this litter very specifically. And I'm very, very excited for them. So,
Yeah, and what they're doing with the
yep,
litter
the
and for
people's litter, baby.
Trayvon, and like a lot of people don't really understand the things that take place behind closed doors just because they're not broadcasted all the time. People need to
Right,
realize there's a lot of love and a lot of things behind closed doors that are taking place. And
right.
the Higginsons are definitely doing things behind closed doors. Man, huge respect for that family, that program.
Yeah.
Creek Bank Kennels out of Arkansas. People follow them.
Woohoo!
And we're back.
And I'm
All
back.
right.
I hope it's better.
There we go. There we go.
Everything sounds good on my end now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think
It's
that definitely fixed it.
Amanda's voice is a little squeaky, but everything else is good.
Punished him in the face sometimes.
Oh gosh.
It's perfectly okay. Michael, I'm trying to add you. I don't know if it has sent you something saying, hey, you want to join? If it hasn't, then I can always try that again. Let's see here. Let me try this again.
Maybe if he
Mhm.
closes out and tries to come in again.
Yeah, because every once in a while you have to hop out and then hop back in. It's a little bit of there we are.
Hey, there he is.
You beautiful soul,
Yay!
you.
Papa Pitt, what's up, my brother?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you, man. Hey, I got one. When I tell you she's big,
Challenge.
uh, X-ray showed 10 in a
Oh
two-dimensional
man.
picture. So
Oh my God.
probably got at least 12 or 13 in there, but we got 10 that we know of. So
Yeah.
guaranteed to be at least that.
The biggest litter I ever had, not I didn't have, but
On the line.
one of my clients had was 14,
Thank you.
Wow.
and every
Ah,
single one survived.
God.
And it was their first
man.
litter.
Oh my gosh.
You talk about getting baptized in fire.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
At that point, that's a Kickstarter. Woo,
she's
man.
sitting here panting. So
Uh-oh.
she's been in and out of panting since about 6 o'clock. So she's
Yeah.
done a little scratching around. She's done a little panting. She wanted to go back out and get another potty break here a minute ago, and I could tell she's trying to get it all out of her. She peed 2 or 3
Yeah.
times. Uh, Tried to poop for quite a while, and just make
Hmm.
sure she get cleaned out the best she could. It seemed like.
You know,
Have to do some
that,
pushing.
on that note, be careful because I had a bitch one time that kept having the urge to go pee and poop and all that, right? And it was not pee and poop. What happened was the puppy was stuck in the canal.
Uh-huh.
I slapped on a rubber
Mm.
glove. I slapped on a rubber glove, and I did an exam, and sure enough, there was a puppy right there, and I had to get her in for a C-section because it was stopping up the whole machine, from
How
going.
do I know if that's going on? Do I need to do an exam right now?
You might, if how many times she been going out and going.
No, she just wanted out one time.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean if it starts to becoming like frequent, then you got an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at that point,
It's
she's.
normal for them to go on a pee and stuff like that. It is. They're trying to push that, but if it's
She
Mm-hmm.
hadn't been
continuously
out.
happening,
She hadn't
yeah,
been out in a
something.
while, a couple hours.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just something to be aware of. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
No,
good.
great
That's good.
point.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
even. I
it's
wouldn't have
almost
thought
like they're
that.
constipated because they're literally trying to push something out. We had the same problem. And yeah, there was a puppy stuck in the canal. We didn't know. We had to take her for a C-section. The puppy actually didn't make it because it was stuck in the canal too long. But yeah, great point, Puppet. Like if they look like they're trying to strain, trying to push something and, maybe a little piece coming out because they are straining. Yeah, there might be another problem too if they're doing it multiple times.
Yeah. Did you see her lose a plug?
No.
Okay.
Dang. And
No.
what's his sense?
I need to check it with the thermometer. That's a good question. It's about time to check it. Let's see here.
Yeah, and she was a what, a one on the reverse progesterone, so she's gonna
Yeah,
be
I had
paying.
a reverse progesterone done at 8 o'clock this morning,
And she was at a one.
and she was at a
Whoa,
1.
that's the go sign.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
she's ready.
yeah, she's all the way ready.
Yeah, Michael's gonna have a long night.
I think she's waiting for Mama to be here. Is really what I think she's doing.
Yeah,
What a great night for you to be on. This is amazing.
I know. We might see some puppies being birthed tonight on live.
The ground running.
Oh my God, that's nerve wracking.
There's no pressure.
Oh,
Obviously, no pressure whatsoever. But I mean, I think this is, and this is actually kind of in essence like very, very telling. This is why we do this kind of stuff. Is we're giving people access to people who've been doing this for so long and have so much insight. Like like you, Ross said, like this is amazing that you're here for this. Because in this moment, I mean, you've already given them some great advice and things to look out for from your experience, and man,
Well, I've
living it.
I've pretty much seen it all happen, man. I mean, it's and a lot of times when you think it's all planned out perfectly, something goes wrong, And then
Never fails.
when you think the sky's falling, everything goes right.
Yeah.
So here's a good question. Can I take her temperature in her mouth if she'll let me?
I've always done it rectal.
That's a very interesting question, man.
Yeah.
I've never done that, to be honest with you. But just
Yeah.
make sure that you don't rinse it off in your mouth and then do that. Hold
Well,
on, let
I
me
mean,
clean that thing.
yeah.
Oh my God. Please don't do that. That'll be a shitty situation.
So,
Oh,
so
yes.
my daughter just brought me some chicken Alfredo. So I guess I'm gonna do a rectal temperature check here and then eat this chicken.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Hey,
We
someone put, hey, real quick though, someone put armpit. Papa Pitt, what do you normally do to take the temperature of a pregnant female?
I usually go rectal, man. I mean,
Yeah,
never had that issue. It's unless she's really sensitive about them. But I mean, that's a common thing. It's the easiest. You know what I'm saying?
same here every
Yeah.
time.
So the whole mouth thing, I would not attempt that, man, because she may bite on that thing, think it's a bone or something, and you're
Yeah.
gonna have
yeah,
real
well, you don't
issues.
want that. Yeah, it's poisoning. Yeah. It's
Hey,
really
and
bad.
then, like Papa Pitt said, do
What's
not
up,
put
Adam?
it in your mouth and then reapply after you take the temp.
Let's not do that. I mean, I know
Oh
there.
man.
So we've had actually. What's funny is we also had this conversation not so long ago about how when you get into these dogs, like you find yourself being less and less grossed out by things that gross everybody else out.
No, it's a
Like we're out
fact.
here watching our
We're the
dogs
only
poop and
community
being
that
like,
enjoys.
oh,
We're the only community that enjoys looking at dog shit. So we know what's going. So we know
Exactly.
what's going on with the dogs. So what are you doing? You're tempted to pick it up and even just squishing your hands and see the consistency
yeah.
is right.
Oh yeah, we
It
get
smells
like
like shit.
we get things real weird. Like we're sitting there rummaging through
They
paws and ears and mouths and other things, and it's just sitting there thinking like this would really gross most people out. But here we are, it's just like it doesn't bother us anymore. It's just crazy.
Yes. Hey,
I
but
Just
guarantee, I guarantee we've done some crazy things that nobody knows about, cleaning up the kennels and stuff, man.
yes. Hey, I got a question for you, Papa Pitt. Like I've heard this a lot, and a lot of people use different things. I want to know what you use in the summer months, hot spots, things like that. What do you use for coats to really keep the coat nice and shiny and vibrant?
Hot spots are like they're like they're not the seventh, but the eighth wonder of the world, man. You know what I mean? Those and yeast infections in the ears, man. Those things
Yeah.
are they're like the worst, man. But I will tell you this though, man. Uh, we use a product called Banex, and that works pretty well. You know what I'm saying? The other thing, believe it or not, this may sound crazy, and this is something that I picked up. I didn't pick up. My son picked up from Jamie Sweet, and what she does is you use a solution of bleach and water, and you apply it to the hot spot, leave it on for a few seconds, and then rinse it off. And man, lo and behold, that stuff actually dries it up, and it comes out really well. I mean, it works really good if you're on a budget. I mean, that stuff really does work. I'm saying,
The
and there's
the
there's so many other home
thermometer
remedies.
the thermometer tastes like her temperature's pretty good.
What's her temperature? It tastes like.
So
oh,
it's
Tastes like puppies, huh?
yeah,
No. We're an inch above that area.
it's it's
her
30
iron's too low.
it's 36.5. That's Celsius. So what would that be Fahrenheit?
Oh
I
shit!
don't know.
Get the calculator out.
Yeah. That's what I need to do. Hold on.
35. What was
You
it?
can't change it.
36.5 in chocolatey.
You
I used
can't
to have
change
to,
it into Fahrenheit. Like it doesn't go into Fahrenheit, just Celsius. Hey, you're
that's
muted, Michael.
unfortunate.
Okay, yeah. It might, but I don't know what that is.
Hey, someone
So,
asked if we can actually chat that. Amanda, I don't know if you're on it, but chat actually what he put for the solution that he puts on there. What
I
was it
used
called
to.
again, Papa Pit?
No, I've never heard of the Spurs. Some people out there put Spurts Big Fix. I never heard of that. No, what it is a solution of Clorox and water, and then you pat it on there. You leave it on for like I said, maybe a minute or maybe 30 seconds, and then you rinse it off. And it works really well because we have one boy he's a beautiful dog, man. And the other thing is make sure you shave around it to get the hair off because you know that adds to the situation, having the hair and keep it dry.
Good point.
But yeah, it works really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go.
Nice. And
Yes,
then
and it's
for,
extremely diluted. Yes, that's true. You got to really dilute it quite a bit. You don't want to put it on full strength because you're gonna hurt the animal. So it's a real. I don't know what the ratio is, but it is you really dilute it.
that's it. Got it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing. You know, we're on the subject of caring for stuff like that. But another example is, I see too many people, and I was guilty of it. I had dogs, for example, that you need to hydrate, and everybody puts a big old ball of water on the neck of the nape of the neck of the dogs, the backside, right?
Yeah.
And when you got a dog that needs fluids every 2 hours, that poor neck gets sore, man. I've seen puppies that didn't even want to get near you because there's so much pain because you keep putting water, especially a dog with a pup with parvo, right? And my son is a deputy coroner, basically like a CSI guy, and he went to medical school
Wow.
to actually become a doctor, but then he got derailed and ended up going in to become like a forensic specialist on like crime scene investigation. So what he does, and he told me one day, he said, "Dad, you're doing it all wrong." I says, "I'll tell you the easy way." And what we do is we get Pedialyte, and it's just room temperature, and we apply it anally, and it absorbs way quicker, and it's easier on the pup. It doesn't hurt them, and the hydration is even greater than under the neck because what happens is it goes into the intestines, and that's where everything is absorbed, and it is absorbed very quickly. So it's a matter of pacing them and giving them. Because the same token, you don't want to put too much water in them, but it's just so much easier and less painful for the puppies. And I'm telling you, it works fantastic, man.
Huh. So for
Nice.
the mama or the puppies, both?
For puppies, you can do it for mother too. If they need to be dehydrated, you know what I'm saying. And it works really well on puppies, though.
Yeah.
Really?
Hey, Sean made a good point. Clear Pedialyte, correct?
Yes,
Not
none of the
any
flavor
dye in
stuff.
it.
No, no,
Yeah.
no, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
what
no.
I've got is the clear right now.
Yeah, yeah. It's very
Let me
important you
check
stay away
on
from the
her,
stuff.
y'all. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Yeah. Hey, someone
but
put
yeah,
up that
yeah,
that Celsius was 98 degrees too, so
Yeah.
she's any minute,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's ready to go.
literally.
Yeah. Full-fledged labor.
Yeah, a one today and 98 degrees. She's having puppies tonight.
Yeah. It's going down.
Hey, I like what Niece's bully said. He said never heard the amount, never done it but heard of it. Never heard the amount. So how much do you give them? A puppy. How do you know when it's enough to give them where they're rehydrated and not give them
Well,
too much?
if they got parvo, which is it really, really, dehydrates them quick. You know, you got to do puppy. I think I'm going to say every 2 hours. Now, the amount you give, I believe when I did it, I believe I researched Google, and there's actually a chart that you can come up with, and it gives you how much fluid they need per body weight. I wish I knew the answer to that, and I'm not going to give you
Yeah,
a false answer because I don't
Right.
want to be putting your puppies in jeopardy because Papa Pitt said, you're saying, and a lot of people put a lot of merit in what I say, so I'm very cautious of
yeah.
what I'm doing.
No, I
I
like that. I respect that.
understand.
Yeah, because I don't want to hurt nobody's puppies, but I'm 100% sure you'll be able to find a chart as far as the weight versus the amount. So they got a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. You'd be surprised how much studies they've done on this stuff. Although sometimes I feel modern day veterinary medicine is antiquated. It just seems like it's old medicine, and they need to really catch up with times. And they want to catch up with the financial part of it, but they don't want to catch up with the learning new techniques and healing stuff. And I didn't want to say that in a bad way because I depend on my vets like everybody else does.
Yeah. Yeah, well, hey, we kind of jumped into it straight in tonight, which I love. We might have some
We did.
puppies tonight, but Papa Pitt, we always start with an introduction. We've had you on numerous times, but anyone that's watching for the first time, anyone that's been living under a bridge, under a rock for the last few years, well, the last 20 years and don't know who you are, please introduce yourself so people know exactly who you are and how long you've been in dogs.
Well, something I just want to say thank you guys first for allowing me to be a part of this again. I really enjoy your show. Everybody knows my name is Ron Ramos, aka Papa Pitt. I've been doing dogs my entire life, but I got serious with pit bulls like in 1983, and I have never looked back. I've been in this for eons, and I've had just about every breed under the sun. You know, at one time I was the director of judges for the ABKC, director of judges for the BRC, and I've been a key player in many registries globally. And I have probably judged more nationals and prestigious shows globally as well. And I feel very blessed that I don't say that boasting. I'm just saying that some of my credentials are just part of the credentials. And I've been blessed to have traveled the world. In fact, I just got back from Puerto Rico. I was there 2 weeks ago for a show. So I stay busy. I stay, you know, as much as possible. My phone never stops. You know, my poor wife, you know, who are you talking to now? You know, it's constant. It never stops. I swear, man. It's just, you know, I kid you not. I've been like in the middle of the night and somebody will try to reach me from Europe or someplace, and I don't have the heart to say no. And sometimes I need to, you know. But again, I've been doing this for many years. You know, at one time I had trained probably 90% of judges globally. But I've been away from that for a
Wow.
while. So there's a lot of new judges, and I think.
Hold on, man. Hold on. First of all, uh, I'm a grandfather, and I was born in '81. So when when you say eons, you know you've been doing this a long time. First of all, second of all, 90% of judges globally is you walked right over that way too fast. Let's break that down for a second.
You're so
That's
nonchalant about it. It's so
yeah,
nonchalant. It's
like
not about,
that's
it's not, yeah.
brother. You want to talk about a legacy? Like that right there by itself. If you've done nothing else, that's a stamp. That's a fingerprint. That's a footprint on this planet, man. That's a big deal, brother.
Oh, you know,
Mhm.
man, you know, it's so funny, man, because what I have my older sister. She goes, you know, Ron, you missed your calling, man. You know, you should have been a teacher or something, you know. And I said, well, I'm still teaching, you know, I'm still doing it, you know, I'm still mentoring. And you know, believe it or not, I really enjoyed because
Her tail was
uh,
between her legs, and it looked like something behind her there. Woo.
no,
Golly.
You're
yes, you
nervous?
know,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the teaching, and you know, and they were all very receptive, you know, and a lot of it was basically oh God, what's the word I want to use? I can't remember the word now. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. But it's basically when I go in the ring and apprentice. You know, it was apprenticing, but during the apprenticing, you're teaching, you're critiquing, and you're guiding them on what they do, what they look for.
You're
You
their
know,
mentor.
and so I did many years of that. So, and I really enjoyed it. And those people that I've done it for, you know, many are grateful. Many are afraid to even state it. Just recently, when they put up the achievement that was just recently, uh, you know, blessed to me,
Yes.
you know, so there was a person that contacted me and said, you know, Ron, I want to go in there and say so much about you, but I'm afraid, and this is a judge for one of the registries, that I'm going to be blackballed. And I told him, don't worry about that. That's fine, because you'd be surprised. Some of these people that I worked for previously have a lot of animosity to me. When I left them, I think I hurt them pretty good. I mean, I didn't mean to, but life goes forward, and you know, some people are in your life forever, and some are just there for seasons. You know,
100%.
and it's a shame that they have to be concerned over that stuff. But life moves forward, and I still appreciate them reaching out to me, and I'm grateful for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the as far as you know, working with people globally, it was a great time, man. You know, I was out there, believe it or not, I was out there selling American bullies before the registries even landed on some of these countries. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I show up and I tell them, hey, you need to join this club. You know, so I did it for many years. You know what I'm saying? And um, it's one of the highlights of my life. You know, it's not up there with like the stuff I did with my kids and stuff, but it's pretty high up there. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've always been blessed. You know, so I coached football. I was very successful coaching football. I coached baseball. Coached my sons. I had a son that was a 16-year-old California State MVP for his age group. You know, so I did a lot of things in my life. You know, so when I look back and I think about things, I felt like I tell people, you know, I lived. I wore many hats, you know, and I was very blessed that I was successful in everything I touched, you know what I'm saying? Except for being
Yeah.
financially rich. That I need to meet Trump or some shit, man.
Oh man. And when you say
You
wore
definitely.
numerous hats, literally and figuratively, I love the hats. It's iconic. Every picture that I've ever seen you on, it's the hats. You're like Morgan Freeman because you like don't age at all. Like literally, like, and
You know,
that's a huge
I've heard that a
compliment.
lot, man. I've heard that. And, you know, but my body tells me different. You know,
Yeah.
I have my aches and pains, man. You know, I'll
I
give
can
you. I'm gonna
understand
give you
that.
guys. I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown. You know, I don't really share a lot of stuff. Okay, here it is, man. I've had my right knee worked on. I have a right hip that's been replaced. Both elbows been worked on. Both shoulders been worked on. I have 9 stents in my heart. My heart doctor, probably been in my heart probably 6 times to put in. The first time they put in 8 stents, and then 3 years later put another stent. I mean, I can go on and on and on. You know, as far as all the surgeries I
Oh.
had. I can remember one time I did a show in Atlanta, and I had just got done doing an elbow surgery, and I couldn't even get my bag in the plane and stuff. I carry on, so I had to drag it up with one arm and had somebody help me put on the overhead. And I'm wearing a sling on my arm. I get off the plane. As soon as I get into the departure, not the departure, but the arrival area for my host to pick me up, I hide the sling, carry my bag like nothing ever happened. I go do the show, finish the show, put my sling back on, and I don't tell nobody because I don't want nobody to see me like that. But I mean, that's how dedicated I am to this stuff and how much I would do it. You think
Respect.
I've only might have missed maybe one show, maybe 2 shows. The one I do remember very, very clear in my mind is I was going to go to see a big BRC. I believe it was one of their nationals. I was going to be the judge, and the way they had gotten the tickets, they had bumped everything too close, and that's why when I prefer to buy my own tickets because I try to give myself, you know, at least 3 hours, and 3 hours seems like a lot, but when they delay flights
Yeah,
and then this happens and that happens, 3 hours is
it's a
probably
good
about the
number.
perfect
It's
number.
definitely a good
Yeah.
number. Yeah.
So I missed that show, and I kid you not, man, I about cried because I felt like I let people down, man. It had no, you know, I had no
Mhm.
control over it, but that's how dedicated I am to what I do. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy it, and I feel
Like you
like I'm
feel it
giving to the
every.
community. Oh man, it was tough, man. You have no idea. I was in the airport, wanted to cry, man. And
Oh,
all I could do was just, you know, tell the airline, say, you know, you ruined my trip, send me back home. So I went back home. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
airports are like my nightmares, man. I've done so many trips, you know, that would just murder you, man. You know, I did
Yeah.
one time. I got to the airport at 6 in the morning, going to Mexico for a show, and
Oh,
they delayed my flight all the way till 7 that evening, and I'm sitting in the airport the whole time. So I get up and I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and I told the gal, I said, "Don't, you know, I'm gonna go back." So don't worry, don't worry. So I came back, and right was coming out, she's closing the door to the jetway, and once the door to the jetway closes, it's over, done. They will
yeah.
not open for you. And I wanted to choke this lady, man, right? So she calls the supervisor over, and I told her, says, you know, this, you know, it's too bad, sir. You can't get it. I said, no. There's no too bad here. I was there 6 in the morning. Go look at your schedule. What time
Right.
my flight was there? And so they, you know, she wasn't going to help me. And I said, no, you're going to help me. So I ended up getting a plane out, and I ended up landing at 4 in the morning in Mexico. Washed my face, changed my clothes, and got ready to do the show. You know what I'm saying, and it was wild, man.
Oh my God.
I don't want to. Some of these I want to talk about, but I won't because the host should be embarrassed for what I had to go through waiting on them. You know,
Yeah.
And
so but it comes to the territory. I'm saying, but enough about me.
yeah.
Now let's talk about what's going on with the dog world,
Oh, no, this is about you. And before we go into the dog
I
world, I
was
want to
the
talk
thing.
about
That's
the achievement that you said because Michael, hey, you're muted. But you kind of passed over that pretty quick, and that was a huge thing that was awarded to you. What achievement was
you know,
it?
it was a it was given. It's like a Hall of Fame award, and it was given to me by Larry Duran. And a
Yes,
lot of
sir.
people don't know who Larry is. You know what I'm saying? They don't realize that Larry was actually the gentleman that had the first bully registry. Before any other registry, he had the first original bully registry. And what had happened with my dear friend Larry is that he had some very serious situations happen in his family, and I'm not going to divulge that or discuss that, but it was
Yeah.
very serious. on the average person, it would have probably broke him down, man, because it had to deal with his immediate family. You know, just a lot of things happened that were very heartbreaking, and so he had to focus on his family. So he relinquished the uh, the kennel club that he was started, and he had to move forward with the family. And I commend the man because what he went through was unbelievable. You know what I mean? And so he left, and he's not a man that's going to come out and boast and brag and stuff. If you watch his post stuff, it's very simple, very plain, very calm. But he's a very intelligent man. This guy blows my mind of what he knows and what he does. He's been in charge of major corporations and stuff like that. He's doing a lot of big stuff. And he felt that there was a time for me to get some type of recognition, and I'm very grateful to him. I was very honored, you know. And it's a small group that he's part of now, but we're developing stuff, and we're working on a group that's going to be, or I should say, a registry. It's called the Royal Bloodline Registry, and we're going to try to approach this with new concepts as far as awards, registrations, different adding different classes and so forth. But we're not going to go too far from the original. We just want to make certain things more recognizable to people that have had some great accomplishments in the breed, and that includes breeders, even dogs that were pretty well, renowned dogs, renowned breeders that pretty much that have gone in the past that are not even known, and some of these people were actually the forefathers to what we enjoy today. And those people they've gotten lost in everything that's happening in today, and some of the people really need to be recognized because the American Bully was a rocket ship. When it came forth, it took
Okay,
off, and
baby.
I knew this was going to happen. I mean, within years, it became the world. It became global. It became known everywhere. If you mentioned the American Bully, everybody wanted to know what it was, and it took off. So these people were part of the first bricks on that foundation, and nobody knows who they are. So what we want to do is we want to try to recognize those people as well. It's just not just me, but there was a lot of people. I've been blessed that I've had some great mentors myself, and as the old saying says, I was privileged to stand on the shoulder of giants to get where I am today.
Love that.
So it was not just me. I had people that were, holding me up as well. And I admire Larry for what he's trying to do. So I pray that this thing takes off, because I think it's time for those people to get organized. Yes, it's going to be a registry, but we also want to have a page as far as like history and recognition of certain people, because there's some really great guys out there that people are losing, who they are, and some of them are dying. This is how far
Yeah.
back this goes. Some of these guys,
Yeah.
some of these first bully guys are getting up in age, and they're passing away, and we'll never know their story. And to me, that's a heartbreak, especially as something as great as this breed that has become global. I mean, with the shortest amount of time ever. I mean, I'm amazed by it because, like I said, so, within the first 5 years, this thing was all over the world. I'm saying, uh, and uh,
She's having contractions.
and oh, got trouble. I think you're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes. Hey, Papa Pitt, you are the most deserving person of that, and I loved it. I loved when Larry put that out, and I loved what he put on you, like such a commemoration of everything that you've done and continuing to do. Like
oh man, yes, I mean, I really appreciate what he did. You know what I'm saying? Because I just I'm not a boaster. You know what I'm saying? So, and the other thing I told him, I said, Larry, it looks good, but it looks like a damn giant chocolate bunny, man. No, I'm just teasing. Yeah, it looked like it was made of chocolate, man. But no, all kidding aside,
oh,
I always got to throw a jab in there somewhere, man, just to break the tension, man. Um, but no,
yes.
I am definitely honored. You know what I'm saying? And and I don't take awards like that lightly because like I said, there's some things where you know, it took a lot of years, man. I went through some really hard times within the community and stuff. and those small things are what keep me going forward. And not only that, but when I get private recognition, that really boasts me, man. When I get somebody telling me, Ron, thank you so much for this or that. You helped me with this and you helped me with that, and I learned that from the show ring. And when I was teaching judges, I always would tell them the most important thing you're going to learn as a judge is delivering the message. And he goes, because we can train a monkey to hand out ribbons, but it takes a real person to, after they get done with the show and give somebody a private critique. Don't make them look embarrassed in front of everybody. Pull them aside, say, hey, listen, you're doing this and this. Especially if you see a guy that's really like, he's putting his best in there, and you can
Yeah.
see the disappointment, and you let him know, listen, man, don't give up. I see the passion. You're a good handler. You're this, you're that. You need to get another dog. This dog is not cutting it. He's a nice animal, but if you love him that much, keep him as a pet and find yourself a good show dog. And
Right.
I've gotten people come back to me years later and say, Ron, thank you so much. It really helped me. It really changed my direction, and I stayed focused. And now I'm a very successful breeder, or I'm a successful handler. You'd be surprised, even handlers. Some of the top handlers that are out there today, when they first started doing this professionally in our community, they came to me and I helped them learn how to do a proper uh, financial plan
Mhm.
for their fees and all that. And I didn't invent nothing. I got this from the AKC world when I was handling the AKC. The way they did it was they had a set ring fee. And then if you won
Mhm.
that class, you got a bonus. And as each class you won, the bigger the bonus. So the object is, too many guys out there want to charge you, and they don't care if you win or lose. But if you throw that bonus in there, they're gonna say, "Well, hell, I want
I
that
like
bonus."
that.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
what I'm saying,
Hmm.
and you may start out at a lower fee handling, but the thing is where you make your money is in the bonus and the win. And not only that,
Absolutely.
but the other thing too, sometimes these guys that are doing this, they don't care what dog they take. What I'm saying? So, but if you make a bonus plan in there, now you're going to want to take the best dogs in there. You're going to want to handle
Exactly.
dogs that are great. You don't want to make a dog lose you terrible.
Right.
I would hate to be a
Exactly.
handler and they just take anybody's dog and just lose, man. I want a guy that likes to win.
That's
So some of
far
the
more
things were,
lucrative. Yeah.
yeah, so these bonuses would make an incentive to make you do better. The AKC world really they're really, those handlers take the stuff serious. That's come, they drive these gigantic motorhomes, and they make six figures just handling dogs. They wouldn't be doing this,
Oh
trust
yeah.
me. So, I mean, when they show up to show and they got 12 dogs in
I
there and they're
believe
charging them about $1,500 a dog just to get to the show, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
So it's interesting, man. But like I said, I'm very grateful to Larry, saying that, because I'm excited that I'm working with him on this new project. Again, it's the Royal Bloodlines Registry, and hopefully this thing gets up and going shortly. But we're working on several things. We're dialing in some of the criteria, the awards and how we want to run things and stuff like that. So it's not quite there yet, but we're working on. We want to make sure that we come on polished and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about it. I'm saying,
I
no,
love
uh,
it.
that's
and the other thing, like I said, hopefully we can do a little more educational stuff on there as well. We're gonna do things differently. Like I said, we're gonna try to have seminars. And the thing about seminars, and I've been doing this forever, you guys. When registry hosts seminars, the attendance isn't there, so it's very hard to hire a spokesperson to come out and do this stuff if you only have 3 people show up. So, hopefully we'll make it that much more interesting and get more better crowds in some of those educational seminars and stuff like that. But
I love it.
overall, we're trying, and I know that right now the competition is thick and heavy. But again, like I said, we're going to see what we can do, and God willing, this thing will take off.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it. Is that going to be more of a West Coast based?
Well,
Um,
it's gonna start in the West Coast because that's where we're at
yeah.
right now. You know what I'm saying? And then after
Yeah.
that, we're going to try to make it, throughout the United States. I'm saying,
Love it.
but believe it or not, California is one of those places where there's a lot of people here, man, and there's a lot of dog lovers, and they've kind of shied away from the other registries. And I think that's because they got a little bit of a bad taste in their mouth in certain situations that has happened, and it's not for me to say about that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think that I think they want a home, and I think they want some of this. So its birth is gonna be back where it all began. You know, the American bully was born in here in the California, and we're gonna give birth to this royal bloodline registry in California. I don't know the exact release dates, this or that. So those are things that are details that are being worked out. You know, and again, it's still in the talking stages. It may not happen. It may happen. So, but the thing is, God willing, this thing takes off and it becomes a something that we can all enjoy and have some fun and learn with.
Yeah, I love that they went ahead, like that the honor is there, like that this award, this Hall of Fame for you. Obviously, it's incredibly well deserved. It was just something that I know the guys and I, when we saw that was posted, we were just very, very proud because obviously, we love talking dogs in the general sense, but the biggest thing for me is that how many times during any of the times that you've come on and spoken here is that there are just tons and tons of people in the comments just engaging and just being like, oh my gosh, I had no idea about this, and I learned so much, here in Pulpit Talk, and I didn't know that about the history, and it's just so yeah. That award is definitely not something that to take lightly for any reason whatsoever. It's definitely well deserved. So
No,
definitely own that.
no, I really appreciate. I really do. And I love my community, man. None of this would be possible if it was not for the people that are part of this community. And so I'm very grateful, and that's why I always try to remain approachable. If I had to put something on in the back burner or delay something so I can talk to that, I will do it in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's been one of the attributes that I have that's really served me. That I've never thought I've been above anybody else. You know what I mean? And you heard me say some things I said before. For example, a sharp tongue never taught a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that. You never want to ridicule or embarrass anybody. That's one of my things
Right.
I've never done. It's one of the things where I take a lot of pride, more pride when I get somebody come up to me later and say, Mom, thank you so much for this or for that. And those are the people that keep me here. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens, but those people
Mm-hmm.
keep me going on, man. So I'm very grateful to my community. And there's been many times where I felt like thank you is such a small word to say, so for the privilege that I've given to see the world and to get to meet so many different people. God, I wish I could do a worldwide hug because, man,
Her
it's just
water hasn't broke or anything, but she's pushing a little bit.
you probably missed the water breaking. She probably already lost her plug.
Yeah, very easy to
Yeah,
miss.
I don't think
yeah,
so.
Finish here.
Maybe she did it outside.
yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Sometimes you may not look, it's not noticeable. It happens really quick. But I really, to honestly, God, truth, I feel really blessed, and I'm so thankful to Larry for giving me the recognition. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and I think there's a lot more people out there that, God willing, that will be able to give them the recognition they deserve. Too many times we wait till it's too late to give people their flowers, and it's that time now that we got some great people in this community that need to be recognized. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah.
So,
absolutely.
but I'm very thankful.
I love that. And Pop Fit, every time I talk to you, like you said, you are approachable. You're hilarious. I love talking to you. You're educational, you're knowledgeable, but you never ever make it seem like, hey, I don't want to talk to you or I don't have time for you. You always make it seem like, yeah, you put anything aside to make sure that you have a conversation, and it's awesome. Hey, but real quick, I want to focus. So Michael Higginson is going to have puppies soon, probably tonight. It's his first litter. Walk him through really how to handle the puppies when they're first born. Me and him have talked about it numerous times, but walk him through it real quick to give him peace of mind, and then we'll dive
Oh,
into other subjects as well.
Cindy, man, you know,
she's
uh,
really scratching around and repositioning a lot and trying to scratch the floor. And
yeah, she's trying to. It's called nesting. She's trying to nest. She's
she
trying to
is.
build a
That's
nest. Yeah,
yeah.
so just keep an eye on her, like I says, you know. And if you keep seeing the pushing and pushing and nothing happening, uh, then you might want to be concerned. I'm saying,
Yeah.
I don't know what time it is there where you're at, but the later you go into the night, you know, the hardest is going to be to find it. I don't know where you're at to find a vet or something. I'm saying, but
Oh, I've already been on standby with them. I took her in for a reverse progesterone this morning, and they're knowing she was
okay,
at
you
a
know,
one.
so here's the thing. Just, one thing is just don't panic, man. You know, God's got this in your hands. He's going to help you do this. It's not no big. It's not as big difficult as you think it is. We make things harder on ourselves sometimes, but just remain calm. Keep her calm. You know, as the puppies come
She
out,
hasn't
have your
pushed a whole lot. She's pushed just a little, like just a little bit, like just a little short pushes. But she's not really put a whole lot of effort, like she's trying to push something out just yet.
oh, you know, if you're going to do natural, I was going to say make sure you have you know, a couple of towels handy when those puppies come loose. You know, you're going to get them. You're going to rub them vigorously. Don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt them. You know, you're going to rub them pretty vigorously to get their little hearts and their little lungs jump started. You know, and don't give up. If you see one not moving, you just keep rubbing, and like I said, you're not going to hurt them. You know, you don't be afraid to rub them pretty vigorously. And I've seen people pull puppies that were stiff for minutes, you know, and they still bring them to a little bit of puff in the nose,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll come through. But that's important. The other thing is just keep mom calm. You know, you shouldn't have any issues. You know, don't try to pull them out, because what happens when you try to pull and assist pulling them out, sometimes that umbilical cord is still not quite free from, you know, the vulva, and you'll create a herniated umbilical. And a lot of people don't
Mm.
realize that. You know, they pull on them, but all of a sudden they got a, you know, herniated umbilical, you know, belly button that's herniated, and they don't realize they did that. So don't pull on them. Don't try to get them out. Let them come out, and they're gonna be fine. Put them on a tit as soon as you can, because that first milk is quintessential, man. It's not even the same color. If you look at the milk when they first giving birth, it's a deeper yellow. It's a little bit more creamier.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a different, but that's super milk.
She's had a little
Uh,
bit like come out when she lays down on the
yeah,
pee pad.
that's good. That's the sign that she's ready also.
Mm-hmm.
Now the other thing is, the one thing that I really get concerned about, believe it or not, is when you do C-section. And what happens when you do C-sections, a lot of people don't realize that anesthesia is in that female for quite a long period of time. You may think she's out of it, and she may look like she's recovered from the anesthesia, but they're still groggy. They still don't know what's going on. And I'll give you a prime example that happened to me. I had a dog, and she was under anesthesia, and we brought her out. And I thought, okay, everything's good. In my early years, I thought, okay, she's fine. I'm gonna let her do that. And she grabbed a puppy under half anesthesia, and she basically crushed the puppy, not knowing, because she was still under the drug.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say monitor the puppies for at least 24 hours, even longer, you know, to make sure that she's completely off the drug, because the drug will linger for a long time in the system. So it's
Yeah.
one of the things, you know, you know, you may have to go in there and put them on her and pull them off, put them on, pull them off, you know, to make sure she's clear from the drug. And the other thing is, sometimes you have to teach mothers how to be mothers. You know, you have to, you know, have them calm down, because some of them will get very protective, and you have to sit there and coach them, you know, lay still. And you may have to push them, lay them down so they'll feed puppies even. And once they understand what they're supposed to do, they become great mothers. Because not everybody's knowing, you know, what to do. Even us fathers, or even human fathers, human mothers, they're on a learning curve. You know, you don't know everything as soon as you get a baby home. It's a really tricky situation. So you have to literally, sometimes you have to teach mothers how to be mothers.
Yeah.
You know, teach them how to be calm, how to lay down, and, you know, let the puppies. I've even, you know, lift up puppies, get them out because they're not getting smashed, and eventually they understand. Okay, I'm not supposed to smash them. They will learn this stuff. I'm saying, but you're going to be fine, man. You know, just the most important thing is always remain calm.
Yeah. Hey, Papa Pit, do you let the mom lick the puppies right away, or do you suction the airways? Do you let them
Well, you
eat
know,
the sack?
I suck them and I swing them between my legs. I give them a good firm swings, make sure everything gets out of there. And I do let mom lick them, because they need to have mom lick them, and you
She's
stimulate
trying
them.
to push the puppy
And
now. I think she's pushing.
yeah,
She started.
This is
You'll
gonna be
know. You'll.
exciting as hell if puppies delivered. Seriously, that'd
Dude,
be cool.
if the people's litter is first drop, in
Yeah, it's the people's litter. It's gotta be live. That only makes sense. Not to put any more added
they're gonna
stress
be
on you, but
laughing
Michael,
right now.
you know everything you need to, and you're gonna be awesome. I love you, man. You're such a good dude, and you want it to be perfect, and it is gonna be. Just man, it's just
I'm just
let it
gonna
take
have
its
to let her
time.
tear this bedding up. So that's what she's doing now. She's
Yeah,
nesting.
let her do it. She's nesty. She's trying to prep, so you're fine, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna
Yeah,
get it. You
she's
know what I'm saying?
steering.
Now, what kind
She's
of
steering.
what variety of dogs do you have now?
I've got XLs.
XLs. Now, have you had any trouble with deliveries with XLs or no?
This is my first litter, so
Usually XLs are pretty. They're not as hard as like a pocket or something
Yeah.
like that. They're usually pretty good with natural birthers. So I
Mhm.
think you're gonna be okay, man.
I'll tell you something. Just to take my mind off of this for a minute. Uh,
Get a beer, man.
something kind of cool that I did that
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody can say that they've done this. I'm sure there's somebody, but so I prompted Chat GPT to come up with a chart in a format for several different things at the same time, and I said, like, let me teach you what I want you to do for me, and this is what I want. And I wanted, I want to document all the contractions. That's why I've been jumping on and off. I've been typing in like, okay,
Yeah,
she's pushing, she's nesting,
yeah,
I'm documenting all that, but
yeah.
then
So they can come up with a projection.
it'll automatically also, what color collar I put on it, what time it was born, how long between puppies. It's
Yeah,
doing all that. It's doing all that at my queue, and it's also it's got prompts built into this thing I set up, so it's got red flags. So like, if a certain amount of time has passed in between puppies and things like that, it'll throw a red flag to let me know, like, hey, we're outside of the range here. So I prompted it with all those details. So
This Chat GBT is amazing what it does, man.
it's
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 mind
and
blowing, man.
crazy. It's
Oh my
it's
God,
crazy.
man.
mostly like scary. It's
Oh,
not even
in a
crazy.
sense, it is. Because
Scary.
it's so amazing that you're right. It's
yeah.
scary.
So it's like I've created basically the software for it to keep up with all the birthing information, all of her stuff, from her temperature to the last time she went to the bathroom, all that stuff. Every time she pushes, everything to the details of the puppies, from the weight to the, what color collar they have
More,
on,
yeah,
the time, the whole thing. And so like I just plug and play, and once I'm off the live, I can just talk to it and say, all right, another one was born. I'm putting a purple collar on this one. It's a female, da, 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 and on and on and on.
You
And
know,
it's just,
it's amazing what it do because you're gonna laugh, but man, for years I've always wanted to. And I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I've always wanted to make a journal, a reader's journal,
Yeah.
and where it gives all that, the way that being birthed, the time it was born,
yeah,
color pattern. I've always wanted to make a journal like that, and then also having their, tips on care formulas, replacement formulas, because I've used some great formulas, but some of them are a little bit difficult to make. But man, your puppies come out to be monsters with replacement
Yeah.
formulas, with the different recipes and stuff. But
oh,
I've always wanted to do that. Maybe one of these I'll get to do that, man. But like I said, I'm not very good at articulating pen to paper, man. But it's some of those things where maybe with a Chat GPT I can come up with something.
here's my recommendation on that. You Chat GPT, that's free, is capable of a lot of things, but when you pay for it, it takes it to a whole nother level, because
That's what I heard. Yeah.
you're able to have project files. And then, so like, I have a Creekbank Kennel project file, and then inside of Creekbank Kennel, I have different file threads that are titled different things, and so it automatically categorizes what I talk about within that
Wow.
project file, whether it be building designs for my kennel, whether it be whelping procedures, whether it be feeding schedules, heat cycles, uh, birthing plans, you know, studs. I plug all that information in, it categorizes it, and then it'll cross reference between different file threads on its own. It does all that on its own. So like,
That's crazy.
so
It's,
if information that I plug into one file thread is something that would show up in more than one place, it'll put it where it needs to go automatically.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing what it does, man. I mean, it's
For my trucking business, I have like it tracks my fuel and how much I spend in a week and a month and averages of price per gallon and all that. So when I put my fuel receipt in there, it's simultaneously it's doing my ledger,
cross-referencing and
it's
yeah.
wow.
tracking it per gallon, per week, per month, and then it's also keeping up with, you know, percentages on my fuel account and all this stuff. It does it all at once, all at the same time. It's pretty wild, man. So I go to like different project files, like boom, I go to this one, Higginson Enterprise or Creekbank Kennel, and then it's got all those threads in there, and I can go back and sort through that stuff later. It just asked me a minute ago, like, hey, when we get done with all this tonight, and you've documented this whole journey, and you have all these staffs, if you would like, I'll go ahead and convert it to a PDF so you could print it out and have it in your records if you would like, and all this stuff. I'm like, golly, man.
What? It just
Yeah.
told you that or
It
messaged you
asked me if I
that?
wanted to do that. Like, when this is done, would you like me to convert this to a PDF so you could print it out and keep it in your records? And I was like, absolutely. So,
you
That's
know,
crazy.
and the beauty of that
Yeah.
is, I mean, and yeah, and the beauty of that, it does all the grammar and everything, right? And you know, I got to tell you, there was a lady that I admired, and as far as a breeder, and her name is Pam Carter, and she was the founder of Gaff Lines. And this woman will
Yeah.
document everything. She had filing cabinets from all the years. I'm talking about the, you know, these, what is it, the 4 drawer filing cabinets, you know, the tall
Yeah.
ones. I mean, she
Yeah.
had a room that had like, you know, 6 of them in there, and they were just from all the years of breeding. And there was,
Wow.
she had notes on every litter, you know, from the country color to the size to the parents. I mean, it was amazing, and documentation. So this ChatGPT, man, it's just amazing because what I was going to say is that you can always refer back to it so you understand the behavior patterns of that particular bitch, you know, birthing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's really a cool thing to do. It's a great thing to do, and I think I would recommend everybody that. That way, when you the same female comes in to eat and you breed her, you have some kind of journal on what to expect. You know, so it's a
well, I
really
don't
helpful
think,
tool.
yeah, I agree with that. I don't think people realize how smart it really is. So you can say things to it like, I want you to be my accountability partner or my thinking partner. And if ever I'm mapping out ideas to you and you think there's a better way, I would love to discuss that with you, and we can talk it over and things like that. Um, and so like when it told me like how many days is in the pregnancy of an American bully, it looked up what was online and it told me 60 to 68 days, and I had to correct it, and I said, no, that's not how it is for our breed. That may be what's online, but let me give you the real information. It said, okay, from now on I know that da 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 da. But it'll automatically, like you said, if you refer back years later or whatever, and you say like, it'll automatically like weaves all that stuff together. So it'll say like, okay, your male pressure has been studied, you know, 20 different times, and 18 out of the 20 litters he's had 10 or more puppies in the female, or his sperm count was over X amount, 96%
Right.
motility, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
All those common threads and stuff and patterns of efficiency and things, it does all that automatically. So you can say, hey,
Oh
go
my
back in my
gosh.
records and tell me, you know, how many litters were more than 8 puppies in all these litters or whatever, or whatever. And it'll track anything like that, like automatically. That's
Well,
crazy,
you
man.
know what the thing about what I think a lot of people understand. For I'll give you an example. Ancestry.com. You know, everybody jumps
Mhm.
on that and they want to see their DNA and, you know, their lineage and so forth. And as time goes on with these types of programs, the more information you put in, the more refined it becomes.
Yeah,
So if you did,
absolutely.
like, for example, you did Ancestry, 5 years ago, and if you go back, I guarantee you they'll have an updated version because all the numbers have changed. And the same thing applies when you're doing the programs he's using for his puppies. It's the more information and the more data it receives, the more refined and the more better the quality of the answers you get. So it's pretty cool, that stuff, man. It's amazing what they do now.
It is. I'm afraid to tell Chad G like to be my accountability partner. Like, hey, I'm going to work
Yeah.
out. Hey, next day, like your fat ass didn't get up and work out
Yeah,
this
yeah,
morning.
get your fat ass up. You skipped yesterday
Uh,
too.
Dude, I tell it
We should just
things
teach
like,
it. If you get ChatGPT, I'm going to teach it to call you Carl.
look,
Carl.
I listen, y'all. I tell it things like, I have a bad short-term memory, and I get overwhelmed real easy. So don't send me pages and pages of all this stuff to read at one time. Like, take it easy on me, one step at a time. Let's get one question, one answer.
wow,
And so it's like, okay, from now on, I'll do that. And
you're customizing it to be the person for you, which is
yeah.
technology's
Just be
crazy.
careful because if it starts telling you I like to walk on the beach and camping and stuff, you'll be
Hey, I'll tell you
Yeah.
what though. That's so funny.
But
So
we've all seen all the movies about this.
Oh my gosh.
before she has this puppy, let me just say this. Oh, she's throwing up. She just threw up a bunch. Oh, baby. Of course, she would throw up after she pulls the pee pad, nests the pee pad right out from under her, and I let her do it, and now she throws up.
I don't need this.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, I love
Oh,
this. I love this
man.
live. I love having you on Papa Pit commemoration for you, and we've got to talk about a lot of things that you've done. But then also we're looking at puppies. We're talking dog. Hey, one thing that I want to ask too: in between puppies, do you give the mom any sort of calcium? Do you give the mom any sort of supplements to help induce to continue the labor process?
something. Some believe it or not, it's one of those things where it's too late in the game for training. You know what I'm saying? So you're having them, you're doing your thing. Yes, you're focused on many other things. I'd like to let just Mother Nature take its course. The only thing I may have to do, and I very seldom do it. You may induce oxytocin. Maybe to help push puppies up, but that's those are last minute things. I'm saying I don't want
Yeah.
to do that kind of stuff. There's just you want let Mother Nature take its course and do the thing. I'm saying because sometimes the least amount is the better amount. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we want to do too much. Sometimes we want everything to be so perfect. We put too much into it, and that's when we run into crashes and stuff like that. Sometimes just
Yeah.
sit back, let God do what He does best. He's been doing this longer than any of us, and let it do that. Let that happen. Now before, during the pregnancy, to hopefully not to get the eclampsia from the calcium. I try to give them, either yogurt or cottage cheese in their meals so that that happens. And what
Nice.
people don't realize is that, the dear Lord has made us so complicated that it 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 will our bodies will tell us when there's too much. In other words, people say, "Well, I'm going to supplement calcium during the pregnancy and during her time, right?" And what happens is that the body will say, there's way too much calcium here. Shut off all the receptacles. So what happens? Now you're not getting no calcium, and now you're going to have bone issues, all this pieces. And you thought all this time by giving all this calcium you're doing the right thing, and you're not. The body will automatically say, there's an abundance. Turn off the receptors. Don't accept any more calcium. So it's
Love
a
Hmm.
that.
balance. It's a balancing act. It's and who knows what the right numbers are. So I just give them,
Yeah.
like, maybe a spoon of cottage cheese or something, and you go with that. You're saying somebody put up ice cream on there. Ice cream is pretty decent, but you got to make sure that the ice cream doesn't have certain sweeteners added to it, because certain
Right.
sweeteners are very dangerous for dogs. And I can't remember the name of the top. I think one is Absorbitol or something. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a very
Yeah. Really, yeah, it's not
dangerous
good.
sweetener to dogs. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and I heard other guys say that they give the dogs the ice cream and they get like monster puppies, and I believe them. You're giving them all fat. You know what I'm saying? Um, Another thing that people don't realize that's out there that's really good to give your pregnant mothers is kefir. And kefir
Mhm.
is excellent for dogs, man. And you can even get kefir that has the blueberries in it, and blueberries are great for
Mhm.
dogs. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's not cheap, but you're not going to put it on there like gallons of it. You're going to put, you can put a quarter cup every day into their feed, and
Mhm.
them that, and it's got natural probiotics,
Mhm.
prebiotic. So it's really a great supplement for pregnant dogs. I'm saying it really works well, man.
Love it. Yes. Hey, someone said kefir, question
Yeah,
mark.
it's
What exactly is it? Where do you get it?
it's an IR at the
Kefir,
end of it.
yeah, kefir is like I'm gonna say it's like almost like a buttermilk slash yogurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's basically off the cream. It's a little bit more fermented, I would say, but I wish I could give you the technical term, but pretty much that's what it is. And you won't find it in down at your 7-Eleven, man. It's one of those things you got to go to a
Yeah, you
supermarket
have
to
to go to
get.
the grocery store.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's gonna be it's gonna be over there by where the Greek yogurt's at and everything like that. But
right.
yeah, it's like a liquid Greek yogurt that it's just it's yeah, just like you said, it's got the prebiotics, probiotics. It's got if you get the one that has blueberries in it specifically, it's also got those antioxidants as well, and the calcium. So it's definitely a weapon to put in your arsenal.
Yeah, and somebody mentioned the
Yeah.
beef liver in there, and
Uh-huh.
Shane.
Liver water.
Yeah, it is. That's awesome, man. It's so crazy. I have never used it, and man, I got to get on that. But I haven't had a litter probably a year and a half. But I'll be the first to tell you I don't call myself a breeder because I only do maybe 1 liter a year. And hopefully that pays for my food bill for my dogs because it's expensive to
Yeah.
keep these guys going. I've never been the guy that had like you know 6 to 8 liters. I just don't, man. I don't know how they do that, man. It's just that's a lot of work.
Yeah. No,
And a
to
lot of
Sean's
expense.
point, hey, liver water is incredible. Smells terrible when you're boiling it, but for fading puppies, newborn puppies, moms that need a little hydration, that need a little kick, liver water is amazing to have on store. Like, yes, you can boil it. You can actually put it on in your refrigerator, get it room temperature, reapply or reuse later on.
I haven't
So,
used it, but I heard nothing but good things about it. I mean, and the other thing about liver water, if you really think about it, you can't hurt them. You can't overdose them. You can't. It's just all natural, and it's all good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, Sean, another great point. Don't overboil it or you lose all the nutrients.
Yep.
Boil it down where you can really get a syringe full of it. A little, some of it still in there. And yeah, pull in the syringe. Yeah, put it on the shelf in the refrigerator. Use it as you need it. Michael, what's going on over there, man? Tell
Well,
us what's going on.
I'm fighting to keep anything under her at all. She's I'm just spreading it out. She's wadding it up and I'm spreading it out, but I'm trying to keep it under her a little bit. Uh, um, I'm letting her do it, but I have several layers of stuff there. I'm just trying to keep something on there, but
Yeah.
she keeps
The only thing you
pushing
have to
just a
be
little.
the only thing you have to
She
be concerned about is that the puppies don't get buried in there the more puppies come out. That's all you have to really be concerned about.
Yeah,
So
she's pushing like here and there, like a contraction push, but she's not really like committing to pushing
Yes,
yet.
not gonna be approved.
And I don't. I guess my concern right now is like how much of that pushing goes on before I know there's something wrong. You know what I mean? And how do you know the difference in a contraction and like her actually pushing?
oh, you'll see it in the gut, man. The tummy, you'll see it all tighten up. You watch her, and she's just gonna get completely tense. She even gets to the point where she'll even stiffen up her legs, her rear legs, when she's pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll
Straining.
see that it's straining. Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see it. Trust me. You'll know the difference between breathing and the contractions. Somebody
And so yeah,
mentioned in here. Someone mentioned here plasma. I tell you what, man. I'm a firm believer in plasma. I really like plasma. And what I'll do is I'll take mom in and I'll have them draw her blood and spin me some plasma. But I will say this: when you get plasma, is if you can find a donor that has had every sickness under the sun, that plasma is golden because they've already got the antibodies for every virus they've ever
Okay.
had, whether it be, canine herpes virus or whatever, that's one of the most, that's what part of the fading puppy syndrome is. And if you can get them to
Yep.
survive that, and that right there is golden plasma, man, because it's like super plasma. I've had puppies because I give it to them every litter I've had. I've always given plasma, and I don't give a lot, man.
Really?
I mean, I give them like a half a cc every puppy. I've had puppies
Hmm.
that were like weaker than others, and I've given them the plasma, and man, boom, they come to life and they catch up with everybody. Um,
Wow.
I've had eye injuries to
How did
dogs.
you say you get the plasma?
You can go down to a vet. You can actually order it over the internet as well. But you can take your dog down to the vet. Tell me, some doctors do it, some doctors won't. Find one that'll do it for you, or you can even contact a veterinary doctor and they'll get you the plasma. But the thing is, if I can, I like to use mamas. But you can buy it online, so it's one of the things. And believe it or not, there's a shortage of it at times because people are buying this stuff up. The biggest components of this is the Frenchie breeders. For years, the AKC people they swore by that stuff and the bulldog breeders because they work so well. But somebody also was going to say when plasma, I've had eye injuries for dogs, right? And doctors give you all these drops and all that stuff, right? And they start to cloud up. And I'll use plasma. And plasma is amazing what
Put an
it'll do,
eye
like on
drop.
an eye injury. Yeah, put an eye drop, put it in the plasma in
Yeah.
the eyes. And, man, it'll blow your mind what it'll do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had a dog literally put a wire through her eye, and I put her on plasma immediately. And I can't say she lost her eyesight because her eye looks normal. There was
Yeah.
like a
Wow.
little freckle on the eye. I'm sure she sees a spot there, but it
Yeah.
saved the eye. You know what I'm saying,
But yeah, it
um,
could have been far worse. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm
When
saying.
is it the
So and
best
it's
time to actually get it from the, so pregnant moms the best to get it to for the puppies? When's the best time to
you
get it from
you
the mom?
it's like any product. The fresher the better. The
Yeah.
thing is, but the beauty of it is though you can actually collect plasma and freeze it. And if you put it in syringes, you can pull it out and then you have it there ready to go. And there's actually, I don't know off the top of my head the protocol, but you can actually Google how do I administer, how much do I administer, and how frequently, and it'll tell you because plasma is
Mhm.
good for puppies, but if you go too far out, it might not serve what you want it to do. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
one of
not
those
going to be
things
effective.
where when you do use it, it's very important to do your research on it. And we're talking about here, but you know, we can't spoon feed you guys. Some of the stuff you got to do some of the research on.
Yeah.
Because a
Yeah.
lot of people will hear this and they say, "Well, I'm gonna go do this," and all of a sudden they say, "Well, they screwed
Yeah.
up
And
my
as
dog."
mentioned,
Yeah, say no. We're giving you these tips. Now it's up to you to further investigate
you
and
go
to,
from there.
and
Yeah.
in fact, I want you to do this because it's only going to make you a better, a whelper or a better breeder, and it's going to only help you become that much more better of a breeder. And that's the whole point. You can't always take everything verbatim what people say.
100%. Whatever works for you and you customize it.
Yeah, so
Yes.
like I said, I like using plasma, man. I really do. You know, it's something that I will probably use all the time. What I'm saying, if I
Yeah.
continue to
Do
do what I
do you
do.
give it to to all your puppies? You said that, all your litters you give it to them. Do you give it to them
Uh,
right at birth?
at first, I used to give it to the puppies that were like I felt they were a little weaker, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
the results were great. So now what I do, I just give it all to all of them. Why take a chance? If it's going to help these guys become that much more stronger, and it's not like a chemical or something's going to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where
Right.
it's great nourishment for birth. When children are born in the hospital, some of them are getting vaccinated immediately, which I'm not a big fan about that stuff, but it's one of those things where it does help, and it's one of those natural remedies that can go a long way for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's much more you can do with it. I mean, if you do the research on it, it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend of mine. It's a Brazilian veterinary doctor in Brazil, and she was telling me about ozone therapy. And I wish I knew more about that because that stuff's another
Yeah.
thing that sounds like it's super therapy for dogs now. I mean, they, it's amazing what she's telling me what they do. Some of the
Yeah.
stuff here they don't practice it here. Some of it, we're
Yeah.
so stringent. We're so stringent sometimes that it actually
Well,
hinders the progress of improving certain medications.
I agree
And
with that.
some of them, and the other thing is big pharma doesn't want you to do it here also because
yeah,
they
they're
have
not
so much control of
holistic.
it.
Yeah,
So
they're not.
yes, any holistic stuff,
Mhm.
they frown about it. Even it's funny, even veterinary doctors, which not to pick on them, but they don't take a class on nutrition. They don't teach you nutrition. So a lot of them
Yeah, the gut
are
health and all that to do for your
yeah, a lot of
dog,
them
like
are,
what
yeah, a
all
lot of
it
them are,
does to them in general sense. Like gut health, just same as people. It's like if your
yeah,
gut
a lot
health
of them are,
sucks,
yeah, a lot of them are
everything sucks.
subsidized by the food companies. So they're going to do what the food companies tell them to do. If
Yeah,
Purina is giving me this much, subsidized, well, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
sell Purina. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of the things where, um,
So true.
it's we have to learn how to deviate. But I'm a firm. I like keeping things as natural as possible. You know what
Yeah. N-
I'm here for it. I think that
No, I
like
agree with that.
they get away from it, and then it's just like they feel that it's just they just want to medicate in a general sense as opposed to trying to really get to the root cause of things because it's just the path of least resistance to just medicate as opposed to really, really honing it in and changing lifestyle, or food or certain exercises and things like that. So that takes more time and it's more patience.
Sean. There's a truth when you spin down mother's blood, and this. I wish I knew the answer to that, but I know this much: when they take the mother's blood and they spin it, that is serum. Plasma now takes one more step into to creating good plasma. So I mean I don't know the exact procedure they
Yeah.
do, but what I was told, like, is when you spin blood down, you separate the white from the red. The
Hmm.
white becomes serum. But again, that's also really good stuff. It has the plasma in it. So I would say if you cannot get plasma, by all means use the serum. I've used serum, so I know. telling you, when I couldn't get plasma, I use serum, and it's basically the same thing. There's just one more procedure to finally to get that final separation to get pure plasma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And plasma. In fact, I just recently seen where there's this company that's selling plasma to help with all the scratching and itching, the ear,
Mm-hmm.
palms,
Wow.
and they're selling a product that is plasma, and you give your dog the plasma, and it's supposed to reset their immune system. So I believe it, man. You know what I'm saying it really works well.
Yeah.
Well, it's nerve
How
wracking,
you
dog.
doing, Dad?
It's nerve wracking. I tell you right now. I mean, I'm chilling and I'm relaxed, but I'm nervous. I just
That
wish
is the
one puppy would
most
come out where I
anticipated
know.
relax I've ever seen in my life.
What is it?
I said that is like the most anticipated, anxious, relaxed I've ever seen in my life.
Right. Absolutely. Like you're doing really well.
Let me ask you this: have you ever had any children? Did you go into the delivery room? I can see that same face on you right now.
Uh,
In my mind, it's that moment where Johnny Depp's hands twitching and blow when he's having the kid and he has a heart attack. Like that's how I feel, but on the surface, I'm doing a little better than that.
I think once you see that first puppy, you're gonna be okay, man.
Yeah, well, I'd like to see something come out of there. It's a little bit where I know that the first one's not stuck or something like you said.
Now, do you see any kind of crowning coming out of the vulva?
No,
Nothing yet, huh?
no, it's just a big old fat thing back there. Uh, Nothing's coming out of it though.
Hmm.
and do
You
an
got
She
examination. Open it up too.
she
You
hasn't.
can.
you got a set of gloves?
Oh, I got a box of gloves.
Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't really committed to a push longer than maybe a second and a half, like more like like she's trying to bear the contraction, but she hasn't really like committed to a push really.
Now
So
let me ask you this now.
she might just be having contractions.
Right. In the beginning they're going to be small. Like the only thing I can tell you right now, just to have on hand a second watch with a second hand. and start seeing the times between the contractions.
Yeah, I've
Okay,
been
so
logging
that
them.
yeah, so I mean, because if it's long between them, you're still in the early stages. If they're getting more frequent, more
Well, what's long?
firm. Well, every dog is different, man. So it's one of the things where um, you're gonna see the
Yeah, she's having another contraction. Hold on.
they sound like they're coming
The-
pretty close, man.
yeah, they are. Hey, like Sean said, I love what Sean just put. He said, put a pair of gloves on, lube them up, feel for a skull. Feel
Yeah,
if
that's what
Yeah.
anything's
I would
coming.
do.
Put your fingers down as far as you can in her, to see if
But
Yeah.
there's
don't
anything
but
possibly.
but don't be aggressive, mijo. You're just
Yeah.
trying to feel puppies.
No, I feel like
Yeah.
my hands are too big for that, man.
They're a bit delicate. They're a bit
This
delicate.
this this isn't the
Gotta be a
first
little
date in
gentle.
your truck back when you were 16, all right?
She's trying to push a little bit, I think, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
I
she's
love how
starting to
you can
push.
always loosen the mood, Papa Pit. Like that's you have a gift, and I love it. Like it can be such a serious moment, and you say something like that. Oh man, that's funny. That was needed at that time. Oh
But I mean,
gosh.
but in all seriousness, you probably should put a glove on just to see if you feel a little
Feel
heaviness or
anything?
Puppy.
something. Yeah,
Feel anything in there? Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, people like that you called him Mijo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's the nature of the beast. I'm Mexican. What am I tell you, man?
Absolutely. It would have been weird had you not. I think is
Yeah.
actually kind of where we're at with that.
It's a miracle somebody even knew what mijo was, man.
Oh, I love tonight's live. Like, who better to have on to really be able to walk him through a situation? Like, Michael and Christina
Oh
are
yeah,
one of
now
the
you're
most
really putting the
incredible
pressure on me.
couple.
Hold on, man.
Yeah. And this breeding means so much to him, this litter, and it has so much meaning behind
It's very
behind
much so.
the eye. So it's awesome, and I hope that we get to see the first puppy born. If not, I'll be in communication with him all night and see how it's going. But I know he's a nervous wreck right now because he cares, um, and he's going to do awesome. It's going to be a beautiful litter.
I'm so excited for this one, but it's
My
so
Hey,
wife
fitting
is
that
close.
it's
She
Stephen.
said she wants me to wait on her to get here before I get to putting these big old bear claws in there.
You and your sausage fingers.
I've got a camera on the wall that's two-way audio. So she's on the live. She can hear me on the camera. And I muted the live to go over there and she said, I'm close. Wait on me. Don't put them big old bear claws in there.
Leave that girl alone. Leave that girl alone.
Yeah.
oh,
I can see
that's awesome.
your little T-Rex hands trying to reach in there.
Oh yeah.
Hey, and I had to get the visual there to help you guys out there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Oh,
That's
take my
Oh.
strong hand. Oh
Oh
gosh.
my God. She didn't say anything to me till I hit mute and went over there with my gloves on. She said, hold on, baby. Just
good
hold on a
That
minute.
would.
TV.
I wish you didn't mute it. That'd have been hilarious to actually
Oh my
hear
God.
what was taking place over there.
No kidding, man.
Yes. Hey,
It's
Pop
like,
Pit, we had a question from Tony Cervantes earlier, and I don't want to skip over that. He asked
yes.
about the formula. You were talking about formula for the puppies and mixing formula, and they actually asked what formula is best for XL specifically, and I'm guessing that's after birth. So, what formula would you say that's worked the best for you?
You know, there's a lot of formulas, man. I'm telling you right now. There's a ton of formulas, man. But the one formula I used was from a gentleman by the name of his kennel name is Learberg, and this guy is like been doing German shepherds, since God, and he's the guy that I got the formula from. I can research it, find it, and if he wants it, he can inbox me. And when I find that formula, I'll send it to him. But it's not an easy formula. I'm going to tell you that right now. It takes yogurt. It takes I believe the egg white or egg yolk. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at it. Um, You use goat's milk. I believe there's a little Cairo syrup in there, so it's a really
Yeah.
rich formula, and you have to make it precisely. And when you put it all together and you mix it, you have to be cautious when you mix it, because what happens, what people don't realize, when you start mixing formulas, if
Mhm.
you beat it too quick, you lock in a bunch of little tiny air bubbles, and all of a sudden your pups get colic, and they get gassy. So it's very
Wow.
important,
Mm.
but it's a super formula. The other thing I can tell you, what people don't realize, is when you start to bottle feed, if you're not cautious, you can oh God, what's the term when you put too much in their lungs?
Uh-huh.
Aspirate.
Aspirate.
Aspirate the puppies. So you're gonna think I'm nuts, man, but one of my favorite bottles to use for feeding puppies is Dr. Brown's. It's a brand, Dr. Brown's bottles,
Yeah.
and they come in. They have bottles. They come in preemie, newborn, and so if you got a dog that's taking in too much milk and it's coming out of the nose stuff, you need to switch to one of the other bottles, their other nipples, because like I said, they got a preemie. That's one of the hardest things to do, is to gauge which is the right nipple to give these dogs. Because man, you give them
Yeah.
too much, you're gonna drown them. You give them too
The
little, they're
kit that I
starving.
got ordered on Amazon, it's got like, I'll show it to y'all. It's got a bunch of different nipple sizes in it.
Mhm.
There's actually, I don't know if y'all can see, but there's like several different ones in there,
Yeah.
um, all different sizes and stuff.
Hey, a
But
couple people have put in the comments that tube feeding. I like tube feeding too because you can regulate how much they're taking in
hey,
instead of trying to.
that where it says
It just has like a mystery of
Ine
trying to
Linda's
figure out
son.
which.
That's my brother on there, y'all. He said, "What's the biz, bro? We close." He's checking on me.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah,
I
we
know.
love that.
we close.
You're gonna laugh at
Yeah,
this,
they
man,
just
but
came
you
in.
can see how ironic. As many years as I've been doing this, I've never tube fed. And
Wow.
I
Really?
couldn't even, I could not, I probably couldn't even begin to tell you how to do it now. And I know that there's it's weight versus how much you give them to make sure you're not giving them too much of it, and it's probably much safer because they don't aspirate unless
Yeah.
you put it down the wrong tube, the wrong pipe. But but like I said, I've never done it, so I couldn't even talk on it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to learn someday, just to know. You know what I'm saying?
She had another
Um,
contraction right then.
My wife does the tube feeding. I am so nervous that I'm going to put it down the wrong tube. Like
well,
I am so nervous.
some of these guys barely learn which end the kibble goes in, so I can understand that, man.
Where the thermometer goes.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but my wife's so much better
Papa
at
Pig,
this.
you're the best, man.
You are.
I'm glad you're here with me, brother. I just,
Who
Again, this
better
could
else to
happen
have?
on that for real.
oh
Yeah.
God,
Man, you
she's
were
nesting
literally,
again.
what's
yeah,
that?
you were
She's nesting
overseeing
again.
the birth
Yeah,
of the
she's gonna
people's
keep moving.
litter.
She's gonna keep going. She's gonna keep moving that stuff around. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's always good to have material that doesn't get too stringy and too shreddy, because then you might get a puppy caught up in there sometimes. But once she starts having
Yeah.
those puppies, I guarantee she's gonna stop that nesting. She's gonna settle down and bear down and push those puppies out. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, just a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Amanda, we have a question. Someone said, will someone explain tube
Tube
feeding?
feeding. So, so tube feeding is like you're obviously you're manually feeding the puppies. A lot of that is to try and avoid requiring them latching on, trying to go through the process of figuring out which size of nipple is most compatible with their mouth. But it's there's a lot of practice that I'm sure goes into it. But we've had a couple people come on as of late who can actually have run that down for you. In fact, if you go to our YouTube channel, to Do Not Boy Talk, Sade Townsend,
Yeah.
she actually runs through the process
Really, I have to
in
watch that.
talk.
You got to send me that. So basically,
Yeah,
with this person, basically what she's trying to tell you is they literally take a tube, and it's a real little
yeah,
tiny tube, and you literally put it down their throat, and you wait for them to give the reaction of swallowing, so you don't go down into the lungs,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
push it down and you measure it from the nose to the middle of the tummy,
Exactly.
so you don't have too long of a tube. But that's what she's telling you. You get this tube, and then the tube is connected to a syringe, but you have to know the weight of the puppy versus how much to feed them.
Yeah,
Oh, Joe Mills says he'll even make a video tomorrow.
that's
If,
amazing. Love that.
if that's amazing. Joe, thank you. Yes, absolutely. I think that'd
That's
be an
awesome.
amazing
You know,
thing for you
anybody
to
that
do.
contributes to this, it's
Yeah,
nice to see people do that, man.
absolutely. And Adam knows the drill
And
as well. So,
I'm going to share something else with you guys. Everybody says, "Well, I'm going to go out and get a bottle and feed these dogs." Well, I mean, I got bad news for you guys. To get a puppy to accept a nipple from a bottle is hard. It really
Yeah, it
is.
is.
Not every puppy is going to take onto that nipple.
yeah.
You know, there was actually they actually made a contraction. You've seen it before. It's like a tube and it's got like 4 nipples around it. Well, you know,
Mm-hmm.
the the type of material used is more of a latex, and it's really more natural feeling. You know, it's so funny with a lot of people use, but it takes a little bit of skill. Is they'll go get these makeup sponges. You know, the little triangle makeup sponges. Amanda, you know what I'm talking about? She's sleeping.
I know. Huh? Did you not hear anything? What are you doing, Amanda?
I'm
We're
typing
on
Joe.
live.
Joe,
What are you
I was
doing?
typing a response to Joe. He's like going through the rundown of the process, and I was asking him
No,
to
no,
literally
I was
search
telling the
it.
people, that the makeup sponges that the women use
Oh,
is it's a real more subtle texture than a nipple you buy at, you know, Rite Aid.
Yeah.
And people have done that. What they do is they get the ones that are fairly porous, and they'll get a syringe and they'll cut a hole in those makeup sponges, and they'll push the formula through because the puppies just grab onto those makeup. I don't know what it is about those makeup sponges. Those triangular little makeup sponges, and they'll grab onto them, and they'll suck the milk through them. I mean, you can YouTube this. You'll see it works really well. But the thing is, it's a pain in the ass because you got to put a syringe behind it. Unless you get a big syringe, and you know, make sure it
yeah.
works right. But I'm a firm believer, like it says on the Dr. Brown nipples. But again, it's not everything. So I'm going to get a nipple and put it in there. Man, that's when they sell you a kit and it's got 16 different style looking nipples on it because you don't know which one the puppy's going to accept. You know,
Right.
it's very hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
No
I
one.
just got that look. I just got the look from him, like, oh shit.
Yeah, 100%. But no, Amanda, back to you real quick. What were you doing? Like, we're on live with Papa Pitts. Michael's having puppies. Like, you were literally
Oh,
like sleeping. I'm not sure
No.
exactly what took place.
Uh,
Please stay interactive with this live.
well,
I'd appreciate
being
it.
interactive with our viewers.
Oh, whoa,
Being
Amanda, you
interactive with
better
our
bite
viewers, but
back
that's
now.
okay.
Don't
We
let
just
him.
continue
Don't.
to run your mouth
Amanda, Amanda,
forward like you
Amanda,
do.
don't hit him too hard when the live goes off. All right.
Man, I want a shirt so bad that says Amanda Hush. Like, I want to make
Oh, he gonna get in trouble.
Dial it down, Carl.
Yeah,
Dial it
Oh,
you
down.
gosh.
what you may not know is that this is their thing. They go back and forth, and he tells her to hush, and then she gets on to him, and it's great. I love it. I don't know what I'd do without it.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
it's funny to watch some people just like, oh my God, I get real uncomfortable about it.
You just have to remember when you listen to it that at the end of the day they have the same shirt on. You know what I mean?
Literally.
I say great minds think alike, but we all know better.
All right, so back to the live. Sorry, but
Back to the
Amanda, do
yeah.
better.
Sorry about that.
But yeah, no, Pop Pit, you're absolutely right. You got to find the right nipple for the right dog. You got to have the right formula. You got to have the right openness of the nipple for it to really take. Because if not, the puppy's not going to accept that. And
Right, and then that's where you end up drowning a puppy or not feeding him enough.
exactly,
I'm telling you, man, dude, it's a fine tooth comb, and it's a lot of people too that never had children. They don't understand. They just warm up the milk and they put it in the puppy's mouth. You're gonna scald the throat of the puppy. You got to make sure the temperature's right. You know the old feel it on your wrist. You know that you have to do all that stuff. You don't want to give them something that's so hot they're gonna burn their little mouths. You know, then you're really in
yeah,
trouble. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot to this, you guys. It's
100%.
everything. This is just so cut and dry and easy. It can be complicated.
Yeah. Hey, Pop Pit, I got a question for you. So with the mom, with the newborn litter, do you help the mom and give them supplements? You know, supplement to or tube feeding or bottle feeding to help the mom kind of take some pressure off her instead of just natural feeding? like in between
You know,
feedings, or
I try not to do that because there's a couple of reasons why. One is that the dear Lord has given this beautiful female animal the capability of knowing how much milk to produce. So the minute you intervene, you may turn off some of that extra milk. So she'll start to produce less milk. So it's very
Yeah.
important to let them do their thing. Unless you not always, there's exceptions to everything. So I mean, if she's got a humongous litter, yeah, she's not going to have the milk to keep up with them. So then that's when you start to supplement. Or if you have a little tiny puppy, a little skinny, weakling little guy in there, and he can't fight to get a nipple, then you're gonna have to help this guy. You know what I'm saying? So those are the times, those are the exceptions. I say intervene and start helping, but I don't do it in general. If I got just a litter of 6, she's gonna handle it.
Yeah.
If you ever had a female that's only had 2 puppies, watch her. All of a sudden, those other nipples start to shrink down, and only the two that they like, they're gonna sound. And you may not think that you may think this is crazy, but puppies will pick a nipple, and that's the only nipple they'll suck on.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my nipple. Don't mess with it. You go
Right.
get your own. This is mine. You know what I'm saying? And
I,
you
I,
might not
I,
notice that, but you'll see
I,
it.
fe- I feel like the way she's like pushing for a sec, and then she like might push another sec or whatever. Like I feel like, boy, it's just a scary thing. How do you know if one's stuck, man? My wife needs to hurry up and get here because
Well, that's why it's so important to put the glove on. Believe it or not, you're not going to hurt her, but like they always say, stretch a mile before tear an inch.
Oh
So,
yeah, I mean she's dilating anyways.
so don't be afraid of, to fill in there and stuff. But if it's there, because you might need to get her to a vet. But if there's one stuck in there right now, you're okay. The only time that they really, if it comes
Yeah.
out and the sac breaks, then you're in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
she is
it's
making
one of
an
the things where
damn. Hold on.
What now?
You got things tore up in here, babe. What, baby? What, sweetheart?
Oh, yeah, he didn't mute us this time.
Okay,
He
I'm
did
just
not.
straightening the format. It'll be all right.
now here's another thing you can try to do, and this may sound crazy, right? And I've seen people do this. Is if you feel like you have a puppy stuck, sometimes you grab the female by her back legs and you raise her up, and you give her a gentle couple of shakes, basically, so you put ease on that traffic jam that everybody's trying to get out of. So it may sound crazy, but I've seen this happen. I've seen them grab
Do
by
you
their rear
lube the
legs.
area up before that? Do you put any baby oil or anything like that? Any
Well,
form
you
of
don't want to put
lube?
baby oil. It's got to be again. This is part of the preparation. You got to make sure if you're going to use a lube that it's a sanitary lube. You just can't put coconut oil, baby oil. It's got to be you know medical grade,
Yeah.
good quality
The,
lubricant.
the same
But
stuff that they use at the gynecology office,
there you
guys.
go. You know what I'm saying? So the next time you're in there with your girlfriend, make sure you steal the bottle. Just don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? But
Unless it's
but
like the flavor and y'all get kinky. Like, don't take that.
You won't find that at a doctor's office, I'm guessing. Not that
yeah,
kind.
don't get the hot and warm lube, you guys.
What kind of doctor did you take her to? Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
I
So
I
can't
just
but
keep
wanted to
her
prove
from
that
water. My
point. I
wife
just wanted
said,
to
I'm
make that
5
point.
minutes away. Just wait.
but that's I've seen people do that. They'll actually grab the female from the hindquarters, raise her up, and give her a couple of gentle shakes. I'm saying, so, because they're all trying to get out. They're all trying to push to get out. I'm saying, so
Yeah.
they want to be out just as much as you want them out, man.
Yeah. It's a race to it.
Yeah, it is.
Every time I go in there and straighten the floor out, she just widen it back up. I guess I need to just leave
Just
it.
let her.
Yeah,
Just
just let
let
her
her.
do it.
At this point,
She's
yeah, she's
Dim the
medically.
lights, turn a little music on, get her relaxed, and everything will flow out. Seriously. Hey, if she's comfortable, like
no.
you said earlier, Papa
I'm
Pit,
reading.
like,
I'm
Turn on
laughing at
some
Joe's
like
comment.
Marvin
oh,
Gaye, you
but
sweat.
like
Like,
you said earlier, I think we intervene too much. We put too much pressure on the
We
mom.
do.
We
We
turn the
do.
lights
We
on. We're
make
putting the
we make her
spotlight on
nervous.
them.
We make
yeah.
Exactly.
her, and the other thing, believe it or not, good point. You want dim light. It may
Yeah.
sound crazy. You don't want bright light. You see?
Well, you don't want the people to be hyper stressed either. That obviously
Right.
that can lead to their labor as well. So the less stress, the better. So
Yeah,
calm
because you're adding. You're
I'm
and
right.
not really
Because
stressed. It's just warm in here. It's hot in here.
But you're
It's
right though.
good for the puppies to be warm. You don't want it to be too hot, but yeah, maybe
Uh,
put a fan on her to make sure while she's pushing until the puppies come out.
Amanda's right.
I've got a little
Sometimes,
fan on her. See?
sometimes the added attention creates more stress. They don't understand that you're
Yeah,
doing it for their
because
own
you're
good.
messing, you're
So now
she's
they're really going to try to
fixing
push
stuff
you.
and
Like,
you're
yeah,
messing it
so
up.
Yeah.
Pissing her off.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hey, Sean. Hey, great point. Great green discharge at the end. They push the afterbirth out. Let
Yep.
them eat it. Let them have that moment with that. They need that. Like Papa Pitt said so many
It's
times,
going to have
let
to.
nature take its place, and that's exactly when they're at the end of. That's when you need to see
Mhm.
green discharge at the very end of the
that
process.
that's a very valid point. The afterbirth. You know what happens when you do like C-section, for example, right? Those mothers never get the afterbirth, and
Yeah.
that's the worst thing ever because people don't understand that. You want to give your
One
dog
thing
like
I liked about my vet here is that, when we talked about the C-section, he said, if we go that route, then I'll keep I didn't have to bring it up. He brought it up. He said, I'll
Yep.
keep the placentas so she can have them whenever she
that.
comes to.
That is so awesome,
But
man.
that,
I've seen so
Yeah.
many vets not give it
that,
to you, and
That's a
and I
repo
was
vet.
right.
yep.
That's a good vet.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
I
was
very seldom
impressed
see
with it.
people, but I was gonna say though is that the placenta is it's like again it's super fuel for the mother. It has
Hmm.
all the nutrients that she was giving them, but it's like again it's way powerful, and
Yeah.
that's a natural form of oxytocin. I don't know if people know that. So when they eat the placentas, not only gives them the super vitamins and nourishment, but also helps assist on cleaning the rest of the system out. Plus, it's a trigger for the quality of milk.
Yeah.
So it's very important stuff, man.
I agree with that.
So quit messing with her stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. I was turning the fan towards her a little bit. My baby's
Let her
hot.
steer. Okay? Let her steer.
Look at this mess she's got made in here, y'all. I just want y'all to see.
Yes, I want to see. I want to see. I've been wanting to say that the whole time.
He's
I want to see what's
reacting to
going
something.
on. Yes. Michael, don't you hate it? Like you organize it so pretty and you want it to be so nice and
Yeah.
Mm.
but then they do but
Yeah,
hey,
both
like
sides were like this. And now it's like this.
but she's happy, she's content, she's
Look at
ready to
this little
push them.
temperature control fan that I have right here clipped off that's blowing on her. That's what I was adjusting.
Okay, yeah. Her you can keep cool.
It's
Puppies
got
not so
this
much, but
thing in
her.
it where you can put water in this bottom little chamber here and it'll blow
Wow.
a mist on her if I want
Misting
to.
fan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's a pretty cool little fan.
Yeah.
Preparation at its
By
finest.
looking at her, I don't know what the stud looks like, but she has more of a terrier head. So, in all honesty, you really, I'm gonna end up, you know, shooting myself in the foot, but you usually shouldn't have any problems passing them because a lot of times the bullier heads are the ones that are really difficult
His
to
head's
pass.
a lot bigger than hers, and by the X-rays, even the vet said that the puppies had good heads on them. She does have a narrow head. I'm hoping the females at least will be easier for her, but we'll see.
But with her pedigree though, she doesn't come from. She comes from broader dogs though.
Yeah, she does. She just her in
So
particularly, but yeah, she's got she doesn't have the biggest head, um, but like you said, she's got them all in her pedigree, and the dad. He's an Aftermath grandson. Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with Aftermath from Canada.
Yeah.
I can't think of the guy that Mega built that's got him
Yep.
and got that Eakin or whatever. Um, but I think according to my reproductive vet, he's like, man, the puppy's got good heads on them, but he did an X-ray of her hips and said that he thinks she can do it. At least we need to let her try.
right,
So
If they x-rayed the
yeah.
head and x-rayed exactly where they're coming out of, that's exactly what a repo vet should do, especially
Adam
if they're
said
going to say do natural.
her brother is a champion. Yeah, her dad's Koba, and he looks a lot like Pressure. He's a good looking
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We saw.
I have a gentleman that's probably 45 minutes to an hour away from me. He lives up in the hills where I'm at,
Mhm.
and he has Red Lion. His name is on Instagram is Viet Shark. Man, that guy's got some freaking monsters, dude.
Yes, he does.
Oh
Tron.
my God, man, those things are like you're giving birth to like baby rhinoceroses, man. Those
Yeah,
things are really,
that's
oh
what I
my
said. I was
God,
like, they're
man.
rhinoceros. It's
Oh, they're
crazy.
huge.
Yeah,
So you're
they're
Those
very
45
big.
things,
minutes away from him?
yeah, probably about an hour from
Man,
them.
he's got some
Crazy.
land up there too. Like, God dang, he lets them
Yeah.
roam.
Yeah, he lets it blows my mind. He
I
lets
was
them
like,
all
that's
run
the kind of
together, the
guy.
males, everybody, right? And I'm like, man, I'm afraid to still to this day do it because a lot of my dogs. Yeah, I started with game dogs, so you become very cautious, man. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine his dogs. Imagine 140-pound dog getting in a fight with another. You can't control a little 65-pound, let alone something that big, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm very
exactly.
close to him. I'm really close to him.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've watched this
General
program for a
disclaimer,
while.
Jen. Oh yeah, for years. Um, General disclaimer, my phone just alerted me that I have 15% charge, so I don't know why today my phone is drained during this live more than it normally does. Um, but it just gave me the you're down to 15%. I was like, oh snap.
Plug in, girl. Plug in.
Yeah, I know. I mean, do you have a charger? I mean, don't make your problems our problems.
Oh yeah, listen.
Charge the phone. Oh gosh, what are we
I
gonna do
think
with
she
her?
wanted a cold floor underneath her too, is what she was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has to think. Yeah, she
Oh
has to
yeah, let
think.
her let her be comfortable. Whatever is comfort for her is comfort for the puppies
Yeah.
and it's comfort for you.
One thing I really like about her and Pressure both is they're so structurally clean. I've had a lot of people talking to me from UKC. Oh, look at that dog.
Heck yeah, puppet.
Vinny, Vinny.
Such a happy dog too, like just wagging his tail. He's like, "Don't call my name, let me out." You see what I'm trying to do?
No, when my son comes out, man, my son spoils these guys, man. If he gets in the fridge,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna get something to eat, man. He won't make me a sandwich, but man, he'll make one for the dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Sounds like my wife.
Be
Oh,
careful.
No, I'll come home. Levi will have like a steak being cooked. Like, come back from a show the next day, a steak. I'm like, man, dinner smells so good. She's like, I'm not cooking
Thank
dinner. And
you.
it's like, what is that? Oh, Levi's getting a steak. I'm just like, it smells seasoned and cooked to perfection. Like, what?
Like this is nasty.
What did I walk into? Yeah.
It's
Amanda,
that's
did you
a
get the phone situation
it's a
under
long
control?
5 minutes. And my wife is 5 minutes down the road. She said, "I know it's been 15, right?"
Oh
He's gonna be
gosh.
just fine. All you gotta do is breathe. Don't stress her out. Just keep a good
Yeah.
eye on her. Keep her cool. Keep
Hey,
her calm.
Michael Higginson, I would like to talk about something before we get off tonight. I've absolutely loved tonight's live, but why is this litter so important? Please tell the people about this litter.
Okay, so
Papa
hey
Pitt, I love
baby,
it.
she's here now. Hey mama, yeah, mama's here now. So
Uh-huh. She's
Beautiful
trailing.
backyard.
the late Trayvon Mobley Sr. He was he was like a son to me, as y'all all know, and you know, to really he was like a son to all of us. But this was his production, his first production. It was his baby girl. He had a lot of different dogs, but um, this particular dog was very special to him. And my boy Pressure and her first met at Nationals, I think it was, or was it Georgia, baby? Georgia. It was in
Yeah.
Athens. That was the first time they met each other. And Pressure's been around a bunch of female dogs, but he was smitten over her. Like he just licked her all night. He just sat there and licked her
Favorite,
face all
favorite.
night long. He was in love with her. from the beginning, and so we always talked about
Like,
putting them together one day and calling it the People's Litter because um, you know, Pressure's got a great deal of breed type, and they have some champions on both sides of their pedigrees. That have done real well, but they're more of a traditional bully as far as breed type goes, and got they're very functional. My dogs raced around my yard like greyhounds. They're just so fast and athletic. Uh, Feet are so clean, structure's so good, rears look so good, just clean as a whistle. Top lines perfect. So they're built really, really, really well. And so we always said, you know what? It may not be what ABKC is grand champion right now, but it's what the people want. This is got the long life, got the good health, got everything going for them like that. And UKC's big on this breed type right now. So
Yeah.
they've got a lot going for them. And like I said, they've got some big headed males on both sides of their pedigree. So you just never know with these type of things. But she's not pushing for very long, but she is pushing. Mom's got the
hey, come here.
stethoscope on now.
Oh.
She's listening around in there. Look at that
Oh, that's
bull
a
right
beautiful
there.
bull.
But anyway, this
Ooh.
you know, my wife
Say,
and I lost our son last year.
oh, sorry to hear
Uh,
that, man.
and then not long after that, we lost Trayvon. But after we lost our son, I had talked to Trayvon. I said, "Son, you never know what's going to happen in life. You need to plan for things. It's hard to do, but you need to line some things out and make some investments and get some policies and just do some things to prepare for your family." I said, "You're a young entrepreneur. You've got assets coming now, and you've got things going on. You need to prepare." And he did that. And then one of the things he did was he told his wife, like, "Hey, if something ever happens to me, I want Michael and Christina to have Remy because that's my baby girl." And then so when we inherited her, we wanted to carry on that vision that he had to put pressure with her and call it
Mhm.
the people's litter and do all that. And in honor of that, we're gonna give some really good prices on these dogs. We just want people to have dogs that they love at home. People that can't pay 5, 6, 7,000 for a dog, and all they have is three, all they have is two. You know, um, Holler at
How
us,
much?
man. We want people to own bullies. We want this to happen, and we may not be able to do that with other breedings in the future quite that
How
much,
much?
but we'll be
This
able to do it
one.
with this one. And
Mm-hmm.
it's important to us to. That's what Trayvon wanted to do, and that's what we're gonna do. So
Yeah. Sticking to the mission, and that's something I know that he'd be super proud of. So this was something that it's been a while in the making, and it never stopped. So
Yeah.
it's been
Love
really
it.
emotional, man.
oh,
I just
absolutely.
uh, my wife said she's not feeling a puppy right there,
That's a good
Okay.
she
thing.
was,
Okay, she's still working
but
on
she
it.
is she is working on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Hey, I love it, Michael. I want people to know because man, this breeding's got so much behind it, and love y'all for what you're doing for it. Papa Pitt, who is this bull? This is a very
Yeah.
balanced dog. His rear is as wide as his front. His head is
Hey,
perfect.
He's 4-wheel
uh,
drive, that's for sure. Hey, is that the
Yeah.
one you told us was your favorite?
no, he's. I'll tell you, I'm very proud of this boy. His name's Pum Pum.
Boom,
Um,
boom.
Pum Pum.
Oh,
It's like a reggaeton song. I was cutting the grass and the song came on and it was the guy who was singing Pum Pum, right? And I said, "Hey, mom, name's this guy Pum Pum."
Let her nest. She's gonna nest, is what they were
crazy
telling
how
me.
that happens.
That is a
Uh,
complete
hey,
He's good
bull.
looking boom.
Tight feet, nice
Really
broad
good looking.
chest, good shoulder set,
Mm-hmm.
nice top skull, nice rear, good angulation, no high rear at all,
I
good
love the
movement.
diamonds on his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
oh man, that's that's old school. That's like like the old AMSAPs, and I
He's
came from
got
the
that
ACM
guy,
Zoo
yeah,
world.
the Amstaff
Yeah,
guy
you know that
liner.
it's
Yeah.
the red fawn with the black mask, and I love
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah.
I've always loved that
Hey,
look.
oh,
Oh,
soldier, no, stay.
That's a good
yeah.
looking dog.
Yes. Very
Short
much.
back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Super compact, but not in a way
He's
that
about
looks
15 inches.
uncomfortable.
He's about 15 inches.
Wow.
Dang.
No,
He's a
stay right
really
there.
good dog.
Stay. Don't move. Stay. No,
I got a
stay.
special guest. Want to say hi to everybody. Though.
Hey
Hey,
guys.
Mama.
Hey, there
I'm
she
so
is.
glad you're home, Mama. I know Michael's glad you're home. Lord.
I know. Hey guys.
Look, you
Look
got
at
the
Yeah,
stitches
you
still
hi,
going
Ed.
already.
like a complete doctor right now.
Arthur Remy,
He's
we got
busy, and
puppies.
I will
We
say
got
I'm proud
puppies.
of him for
My
holding it
scrubs,
down when he
okay?
can.
So
I expected a meltdown, and he's been
I'm already
he's
in
been
my
doing it.
scrubs, so I'm ready.
I
Yeah,
love
good.
it.
Remy was just
Good.
waiting on Mama to get home, and
Maybe. Shoot,
Boom, boom. Come on.
dogs are weird that
Daddy was
way.
waiting on Mama to get home too. Michael's like, Lord, Chris said, thank you so much for
you
getting here
know,
finally.
I want
5 minutes
to touch
my
on something.
ass.
I want to touch
She
on
was
something
so
real
happy.
quick,
She's like, I'm on my way.
and I don't want to go into the details at
Okay.
all. But
Tell her
Yeah.
Rick smile.
Remy's smiling big right now, looking at Mama. She is. She's smiling big.
It's like, oh, thank
Uh,
God you're
I don't
here.
want to go into the details at all, but I just want to say to everybody listening out there, we see things in life from our own perspective, from our own point of view. And
Mm-hmm.
don't ever forget that everybody else is the same way, and you don't know what's going on. You don't know what people are doing behind closed doors. You don't know somebody's heart, and it's a reckless thing to think that you know what somebody's up to or not up to or any of that. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, and
There's so much truth to that. You know, we
Yeah,
don't
just
know
be
what other
kind.
people's suffering go through. You know,
Right.
and
that's
Just
what
I
be
I
respect that
learned
so
very
much.
I learned very young, Papa Pitt, not to play with a person's emotions. You know, you don't want to push somebody because you don't never know how close to the edge they are. You don't never know what they're going through or what or what they're coming out of.
Right.
You know, and so just to everybody out there, man, this bully community, it gets a little messy sometimes in places, man. I hope
be
I
kind.
hope y'all make
Come
your
on.
own decisions on what you think about people, and don't let somebody else tell you who they are. Um,
100%, man.
So
and
well spoken.
it can be said about all of us. You look hard enough,
Absolutely.
you'll
Soldier.
find somebody that might have something to say. But make your own decision on people, and make your own decision on breeders. Make your own decision on the dogs. You need to learn. You need to learn how to read these things so you can
Hey,
so you can take a good, honest look for yourself or what's going on,
Yep.
because that's the best way to tell.
soldier. Here.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Man. Yeah. It
Thank you,
takes
Adam.
$0 and zero extra time to be kind to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he
All
said
right.
earlier, and I've heard him say it before. Ramos has always preached this, man. Go ahead and say your little phrase again, brother.
Sharp tongue never taught a lesson, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Yep.
right. That's right, man. Sharp tongue, never taught a lesson. And I'll tell you what, my pops, I've heard y'all have heard me talk about him. He breeds bird dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he used to coach baseball, and he's still known 20 years later because he was the coach that never a discouraging word, never got on to the kids like, "What are you doing? You dropped another ball." None of that. None of that at all, man. With him, it was positive only. And these kids are all grown now, and some of them have gone on to play professional baseball.
Yeah.
You know,
And they've
forgive me,
gone
but
back and said what an
what was your
impression he left on them with that positive
what was your name
attitude.
again? I'm sorry.
Mine,
Yes,
Michael Higgison.
Michael. You know, Michael, it's funny because I coach football and baseball, and I went to a lot of seminars on how to coach and stuff like that, right? And we used to say it's okay to tear a player down, but build them back up before you let them go back to it, because
Right.
Yeah.
sometimes they need to know that you. I'll give myself for an example. My players, I would tell them, I'm not getting on you because I'm upset with you. I'm upset because I think there's so much more that you have to offer,
Yeah.
and you have to tell them this sometimes to make them understand. And I'll tell you a story about my own kids. You're gonna laugh at this one, but I coach my own sons in football, right? And I never wanted somebody to
Mm.
say, I didn't want anybody to ever tell me, "Oh, your kid's playing because he's a coach." I never wanted that. So they had to work their asses off twice as hard.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
it's funny because in the football field when I was coaching, I said you can't call me dad. On the field is coach.
Yeah.
That's all it should. You know what I'm saying? And it never failed.
Yep.
Midway through the season, he'd say, "Hey, Dad," and the players would all look at him like, "Are you kidding me? I thought he didn't like you."
That's your
I said, "No,
dad?
yeah, I swear to you." Like, and he goes, "No," they say, "No, he just, he has high expectations and he wants us to deserve a spot like
Yeah.
you guys did." You know, but it's, I kid you not, every year it happened, man. I say, "Man, I didn't think that coach liked you, man." He goes, "No, he's my dad, man."
I'll tell you another big thing he said, because I know you do some coaching and stuff too, Caleb. But another big thing
Yes.
my pops always talked about is, coaching's for practice. When you get to the game, you've already
100%.
got a plan and you
Oh
execute it.
man,
It's not time to teach in the game. We're not
If
it's
teaching
too late.
lessons.
exactly. If you're
That
Yeah.
was a
coaching in the
common.
It's
game,
finished.
you failed. You failed
That's
That's
right.
right.
everyone that's underneath you.
That was a
Everybody should
common.
know their role, know what's going on, and mistakes happen, and
You're
you recoup,
redirecting during the game.
Yeah.
You're
Right.
but you
See,
don't
that
coach
was
during the game.
right. That was a comment I made earlier about what you say. Helping the mother alongside. It's too late already. You know what I'm saying to
Yeah.
supplement
Yeah,
during
I
the
It's
like
during
that.
pointless
during the
damage
delivery.
control.
So that
Yeah.
was the reference I used. I says, it's already too late in the game. We used to say
Yep.
game day is payday. It's all your hard work is being paid off today. And I
Yeah.
tell you, man, I was blessed. I came from a very successful football program. I mean, like I wish I could show a picture of my jacket on here, but I don't know how to bring a picture of my coaching jacket. But again, I've had some great chapters in my book of my life. One was the
Yeah.
coaching. I thought that was phenomenal. My kids and everything else. But
See if
what
you
he's
can
saying,
see if you can turn your screen around where we can look at the legend, man, one time before you get off.
hey, come here. I'm gonna show you this guy here. Come here, soldier. Here, come here,
Let's see Soldier. Let's get a look at
real
him
quick.
too.
Let's see soldier real quick. Oh, hey, right here, right here.
The consistency.
Oh yeah,
No, wait. Stay there. Stay there. Oh,
I love that bull there,
Man,
buddy.
the shoulder set. Look at the fronts. Look at the chest
right
spread.
here, right here. Here it is.
Look at the headpiece on that dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here,
Short back. Short,
here.
short
Mm-hmm.
back. Wide rear.
Mm-hmm.
Good rears, man.
Functional.
Yeah.
This guy's
Yeah.
14 inches. Come here.
Jesus, like right at the
He's
What'd
mark.
he say? Did
he's
he say he's
14 inches.
bootylicious?
14 is like right
Oh,
at the mark.
I think he said he's bootylicious. I was like, yes, he is. I love it.
Amanda, please. There's other people listening. Don't be looking at me that way.
After 10 o'clock,
Stop
she gets a
giving me
little
away,
quirky.
Ron.
It,
Stop it.
it's a senior citizen bootylicious though. There's a lot of years of sugar on that cake.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Hey, Caleb, don't be stealing my lines, damn it.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I'll
I
ever
gotta
forget
use
that
that
line.
one. I will reference you. Like, I will give credit where credit's due. That is hilarious.
Hey,
Lot of
Caleb,
years of sugar on that
like
cake.
you
Boy,
two
I
guys
like
in here that
that.
got no hair in your head. I would tell you guys. They say you're bald, and I would tell them, no, it's not bald. It's a solar panel for a sex machine, man.
There.
There you go. That's not a new one. There you go. It's like a new one. I like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
I'll probably hold on to that one too. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
love it. That is hilarious.
How funny, man.
A lot of
A lot of
crazy.
years of sugar on the cake. That is good.
Phenomenal.
I tell you,
Oh
Sal is
I
so
better
man.
big
stop
on my
there because I
wife's
got
hair.
some other ones that might put these people think that Papa Fish a crazy fool or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah, goodness.
man.
Oh no, man. He was telling me that he was real excited to, or he was preparing to be on the show again, and he said that he had been jogging.
Well,
He said what?
what you say it now, girlfriend? You got in trouble now.
She threw up and I cleaned it up.
He said he was jogging to get ready for the show tonight.
Oh, did you show him you need to show him the animated picture of an old who was that? The guy that just passed away, the wrestler. Who was it? Oh, Hulk
Oh
Hogan.
my
It
gosh.
was a Hulk Hogan jogging. It says, I'm out of breath.
Oh my gosh.
He's
I
like,
love
oh my
having you
goodness.
on.
He's like, I'm really excited about tonight. He's like, yes, I've been jogging. I'm like, what?
Yes, I
Dude, I'll
love
tell
having you
y'all
on. It was
what.
so funny.
I'm so glad y'all are all here with me in this. You know, I wish we could have had a puppy while we're still on the live, but
You know,
it's
something just to hear your story right now, what you shared with us, is something that's really heartwarming and touching. So I pray to God that the litter turns phenomenal, just for the people that are involved to make this litter happen. Now I know why you call it the people's litter. It's a very special litter. So, you know, my
Yes.
hat's off to you,
Very
and I
much so.
commend you, man. So it's a beautiful thing you're doing, man.
thank you, brother. That means a lot, man. It really does. It means a lot. It means a lot for anybody to say it. It means a lot coming from you. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, I've said it. I've said it before. This is my. I think this may be my third interview with you on two different platforms. But I've said it before, man. And to me, you're the OG, baby. You've been in this a long
Hall of
time.
Fame.
You've left a
Hall of
hell of
Fame,
a
baby.
legacy, and you know, I think people been in the game a long time get that title undeservingly just for their time in it. But to me, you are the OG, man. You
Mhm.
have
Thank you so much.
paved the way for so many people in the registries, in the judges, with these dogs, with your consistency, your program, with your attitude. It's been a real honor, man, to get to know you, and
Thank you
you
so
know,
much. I really appreciate you.
compliment like that from you means a lot to me. So
No, I appreciate you. You know, Sean made a comment here really good, and it's a really heartbreaking subject he's talking about to me, because he's talking about the new regulations and stuff. Well, in my community, it's crazy because I live in farmland, right? But
Mhm.
there's very hard restrictions on dog people.
I
I
already know
mean,
about this. It's so
yeah,
sad, man.
and it's breaking my heart, man. What they're doing is they're not allowing you to have any intact dogs. If you get caught with an intact dog, it's $1,000 fine to start with, and the confiscation of the animal. You know, and they're coming after you like you have no idea. They're coming after the dog people here, and it's all because of the tree huggers, and I'm sure there's people that like this guy, but they need to get rid of Gavin Newsom, man, because he is the worst governor in the history of the United States, man. He's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, and what they're doing to us is it's beware, people, because California is a trendsetter, and the American Bully is a prime
Well
example.
spoken.
You know,
Yeah.
the American Bully is a prime example. It was birthplace was in California, and after that took on like fire. Anything that happens in California, I don't know what the reasoning, but people will follow it and chase it hard. So with that being said, if it happens here, it's coming to your
It will
state.
happen everywhere.
Yeah, so
Well said.
that's why we have to stay united. Whether you're a exotic breeder, you know, a poodle breeder, whatever, we have to stay united because they're coming after all of us. At the end of the day, they're gonna try to eradicate these animals, you know, and it's a heartbreak, man.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for many years, and for them to tell me, you know, Ron, you're gonna have to get rid of your animals, you know, it's a tough pill to swallow because I've had dogs my entire life. You know, I don't feel comfortable in a house that doesn't have a dog in it, man. It may sound crazy,
Yeah.
you know, but that's how I feel about it. I'm saying.
And they're not offering any kind of special licensing or anything like that as far as breeders
You
go,
know,
or
it's the thing is, this is the thing, man. They offer you a carrot on a stick because it's very difficult to reach.
yeah,
They have all these stipulations. So if I were to get, I would love to get a kennel license, right? But there's
right.
stipulations. I'm too close to a grammar school. You know, they want you to have this. They want you to have that. You know, they don't
Yeah.
look at the health of the animals. They look at what makes them happy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they put a lot of stipulations on you. So it's difficult to reach those
Yeah.
licensings and so forth. So so for the rest of the nation, I say, you know, beware, you guys. Be diligent in what you do, and be cautious, like I said, because they're coming after us. You know what I'm saying? We beat it once before. I went to Sacramento. I went to all the hearings and tried to fight this stuff, and we got away with it. We did beat it finally. You know what I'm saying? But I knew it was never going to go away. It's still there. You know, these people. I don't want to mention groups because they'll come after me. But there's certain groups out there that are they're to the far left, and they are obsessed with making other people miserable. I guess because they're so unhappy, they want to make everybody else unhappy. You know what I'm saying? And
Facts.
it's a travesty. You know, I love what I do, and I don't bother nobody. You know, in my neighborhood, people don't even know I got dogs. You know, it's hilarious. You know, in my town, nobody knows Papa Pit. You know, And
Yeah, it's a testament to how
my
well
wife
you
doesn't
keep
call me Papa
everything you
Pit.
can
She
say.
tells me, you know, my wife says, "Oh, Papa Pit." No, she goes, "Hey, Ron, go clean the dog shit." You know, it's like I'm you know, you know, in my little town, you know, I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying, you know, what I'm saying? But and I'm okay with that though. You know what I'm saying, it keeps me grounded, and
Yeah.
I could tell you stories where I've been recognized in different countries and stuff, and it makes me feel good. But it's nice to come home, and this is where I reboot. Behind me is where I reboot, sit back and relax and get back,
Yeah.
you know, myself back together. I'll give an example. I went to Puerto Rico because I just got back to Puerto Rico, but they bring me
Yeah,
to memory. I was there probably at least, man, 10 years ago. And I was there with a gentleman by the name of Joey. He was my sponsor. And he says, Ron, how do we prepare for this, you know, for the show? I says, do you have a wicket? No. He goes, well, then let's go down to Home Depot. They have a Home Depot down there. He goes, we'll go down there and get a, you know, a drywall square. And if you can have somebody machine, I was, oh, I did it all done, right? So we're online at this Home Depot in Puerto Rico. And behind me, I hear, "Ay, Dios mío!" And I'm like, "Oh, man, did the guy get run over by shopping carts, man?" And he goes, "Oh, Dios mío, es el maestro Papa Pit." And this guy looked at me and he goes, "Ron, if I wasn't here, I'd call you a liar, man."
Wow.
And this is in Home Depot in Puerto Rico, right? And this guy was like
well, well,
infatuated with me, and I, you know, I give the guy a handshake, and we meet, and we talk, you know, and it was a great time. There's my boy Phil. Thank you, Phil. Phil took care of me there when I needed to
Love
buy stuff.
that.
You know,
That is
he really,
cool
you
that
know,
he's viewing in right now.
yeah, he, you know, he actually took care of me when I was there, and I really appreciate Phil. Man, he took care of me and the wife there. But that's honest God truth. I mean, I've been in Atlanta airport, right? And the guy recognized me. I was in LAX one time, and this guy starts talking to me like we're old buddies, right? And I'm thinking like, who the hell is this guy, right? So, you know, and so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting for my flight. So I'm thinking I can't let this guy go, you know, well, know who he is. And I didn't want to be embarrassed. I was like, who the hell are you? You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't want to do that. Right? So I tell this guy, hey, man, I'm on my layover. You want to share a pizza? Let me buy you a pizza and some beer. So we sit down drinking this beer. And I'm asking this guy like 60 questions, man. And I can't figure this guy out. And
and
I
it's
go,
like,
man,
where do I know you? Like,
yeah, I
you
mean, I
obviously
tried
do.
everything, right? And this guy tells me, he goes, what do we know each other? Where do we meet? He goes, oh no, Ron, I met you on Instagram, you know, and
Wow.
I'm a tattoo artist and I follow you. I said, oh shit. I said, you know, I would have never guessed it. You know, so I've been very blessed. These are things I don't share because I don't want to sound like I'm boasting or anything. I'm saying
Yeah. No, I
it
love
just,
that.
you know, I mean, I've been into like small towns in America, and people walk up to me. Another friend of mine, Vince Tao, we were doing some breeding in Hershey, California, where the Hershey plants are, and this is like out of nowhere, you know. And this guy walks up to me and Carlos Jr. He goes, "Hey, you Papa Pit?" And my friend Vince, he goes, "Man, I can't believe this shit with you, man. You can't take you nowhere, man." And even my own kids trip out on it. Right? I'm saying so. And then as far as the hat, you know, I've had the hat on so many years now. If I take it off, I took it off. My granddaughter goes and puts it back on my head, and she's only 2 years old. She goes, "Papa, put your hat back on, Papa." You know, it's like I'm walking around
Yeah.
But
naked or
that's like one
something,
of the
man.
most recognizable aspects. That, and,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not kidding you, man. It's you know, if I walked in the house, they probably put my face on a milk carton in front of what happened to me, man. Because where's Papa Pit at? You know what I'm saying? And again, like you know, I get tired wearing a hat sometimes. So if I'm at home, I'll take it off. But I mean, it's so funny because anywhere I go, it's like, you know, you got to have it on, man. You know, and but again, this community has been very good to me. I'm very blessed, man.
yeah, I mean, but the community's blessed to have you, so that's kind of a
Yeah. You have
mm,
blessed the community. You keep giving it
reciprocity.
back to the community, but
Yeah,
your blessing to the community completely outweighs for what the community's done to you because such a blessing to have you on. Like Michael said, you are the OG.
I
We
enjoy
look
your
up to
guys'
you in
show.
so many
Thank you so
ways.
much. You know, I've done several lives, and I always enjoy coming here. It's always a good time. It's a laugh. It's educational. You know, we get to learn things, and we get to witness like what's going on with this poor gentleman here. You know, he's having a stress attack, man. You know, he needs a cigarette. Look at you.
Got the glove on.
There you go. Oh man.
What you do?
Like I was hitting a cigarette.
She said, wait, what are you doing?
He's throwing
Michael's about to
kisses
get in
at all the
trouble.
girls out there.
So she did. I stood her up and squared her hips, and Mama got in there and went in, a finger deep and didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
Didn't feel anything but squishy in there. So
Yeah.
um,
She's still working.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just keep an eye, like I said, but don't hesitate to do another inspection again a little later on, another exam,
Yeah.
but don't lift her up. Let her laying down naturally, because when you lift up, you might be pulling it away from the canal. So let it be natural, laying down or just standing, and then do an exam, to make
Yeah,
sure
that's what I
everything's
did.
there.
I just put. She's sitting on her butt. She won't lay down. She's like sitting all like she
Right.
keeps staying in a
Well,
sitting
that's
position. So
alleviating pressure from
I just
somewhere.
stood her up. I didn't hold her up. I just stood her up.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But
But I would, like I says,
I wish she'd lay down and push instead of like sitting on top of it. You know what I
well,
mean?
she's going to come to that eventually. Or guess
That's
what, man?
right, yeah.
You may have to lie her down and just sit next to her and stroke her, comfort her, lying
Lay
down.
with her.
You know what I'm saying? Lay
Exactly.
with her, yeah, just lay it down with her, let her go down, and just
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I've been
pet her
in
and
here since 8 o'clock this morning. I ain't left her side. I've been laying down with her. I got a pillow. I got a pillow and a blanket right here where I had a pallet.
You
Uh,
don't messing with the blankets she's messing with, so you're
I had
stressing
a
her out.
pallet
What am
made
I
in the
saying?
floor earlier. I was laying
oh
down with
man,
her in
I
the floor.
spend many a nights laying next to bitches that are delivering or with puppies, man. Welcome to the no sleep club, man. I'm telling you that right now, man.
Man,
Yes,
Oh,
feel it.
so when I
you'll be
went,
dragging your ass in about 3 days when you
so
ain't
this
got
is
no
kind of
sleep,
funny,
man.
man. I went to Dollar General, right? And I
I
have
went to school
her.
with him.
I have her in the vehicle with me because I didn't want to leave her. And I went for the last round of a couple of things, right? So I went and I got baby powder. I got it wasn't for the dogs, but we were out of baby powder. So but this is
You're
what
in
I
trouble,
got.
fool.
This is what I got on the no, but when I
What?
went, so I
I'm
got baby
sorry.
powder. I got 9 baby bottles. I
Did you tell her
got
about the hot lube?
I got yeah, I got
It's that kind of
eight
party
of the
tonight.
little 5-hour energy drinks.
How many of them?
I got 8 of the little energy drinks.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord
So I
have
got
mercy!
baby
You're gonna have a
powder,
heart
the
attack, fool.
energy drinks, 9 baby bottles, and what else did I get? I'm not getting out. I'm not getting
I
out. And
love
then
her.
now I'm
Oh
being
my
too loud,
God!
she said. So let me take it
I
down.
love
Okay.
you.
Anyway, whisper voices is what I gotta use in here now. And
Oh my God. Oh, I love
but
her too.
anyway,
Oh,
the lady she get to the counter and the lady's like, what's going on
I
here?
can't hear you, Michael.
You
Uh,
get in
I'm
trouble, fool.
joking.
That's like walking up
yeah.
to the
Well,
cashier
I'm
and
not
sort of like
speaking up. Know
broke
that.
and lying, and you're like, sir?
Yeah. She's like, what's going
Oh
on? And I
my.
said, oh, I'm having a litter of American bullies. And she said, oh. And then she said, what's the energy drinks for? I was like, it's for me for the next few days. I might need it. And so she ended up saying, oh, she's been looking for an American bully. Where am I at? And I said, I'm 5 minutes down the road. And she said, well, I want a puppy. So
Hell yeah. Be an
yeah,
ambassador, man.
People flitter, baby.
yeah. I'll tell you what, my wife, she's tripping if she thinks I've been in this room since 8 o'clock this morning. I'm gonna get up out of here. I know that. I'm anchored in, baby. I'm chained to the floor. This is it.
I get so. Which one? One of our viewers is like, you're nesting. Oh, yeah, Tony Cervantes. He was just like, he's nesting too.
Yeah, yeah. I am nesting. That's for sure.
That's
Oh, I
fair.
love it, man.
Just so you know, so you don't feel like the Lone Ranger, man. Believe it or not, every time I have a litter, I go through the same stuff you go through, man. I get nervous. I get me, you what? There's so much possibility of going wrong, and the worst thing is losing a dog, man. And that's the and praise God that I've been very lucky. I mean, I've had some real bad situations when we pulled out of it and say, but it's stressful. I don't care, but damn how many years you got doing this.
It's
You know,
tricky
you
business.
yeah, you become a little more relaxed, but you still stress out, man. You know, it's one of those things where we don't want we don't lose our dog, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you stress because you care.
I'll
Right.
give an example. Like I got a soldier here, right? Soldier's mother was amazing, man, and I just lost her probably 3 months ago, right? She finally got old, passed away. But that
Condolences.
girl, you know, something so crazy is that I only had one litter with her, and she produced one of the most amazing litters ever. You know what happened when I was judging? People don't realize that as much as I love mentoring, it really hurt my breeding program because dogs don't wait for you to come back from trips to breed or deliver. So yes, I believe in all those years, I missed a lot of breedings because I was
Very
traveling.
true.
You know, and
Oh,
so and I paid the price for it. But it's one of the things that I don't mind because I think the end results were a lot of people got to learn a lot of things. You know, they're appreciative. So it was. I never looked at it like, man, I screwed up. I should have bred dogs. And yeah, I could have, you know, and I could have made a lot more money selling puppies than I did showing, you know, going to being a judge. Because a judge does not pay you a lot of money, man. You know, and I'm probably one of the highest price judges, and a lot of
What are
people
they
don't
called?
want to, you know, people don't want to pay the price, but I feel like I
right.
deserve it. I mean, I got the years behind it
They
to
turn them on.
back up what I'm doing. So, and I guess a lot of them will hire me because they want a judge that's cheap and, you know, just to get the job done.
Right.
And on that
They're
subject,
already
I have
connected
to
to your
say that I
phone in
feel
your
like a lot of
pocket.
the newer
That's why.
judges are lacking the qualification to be judges at all. Period. Now they, you know, I'm not saying that trying
That's
to be
awesome. Yeah.
derogatory. I just think they're trying to move too fast and they're trying to put new faces behind judging, and judging is a privilege. You know, it's not something that you know you think you earned it. No, you do earn it, but in the same token, it's
Right.
the people that decide who you are. You know, um, I had another judge one time years ago tell me, "Hey, Ron, man, we could be great." I says, "Wait, time out, man. I'm not chasing greatness." I says, "You know something? Greatness is a gift given to you by your peers. If they
Hmm.
call you great, it's because you earned it. You cannot say to yourself, you know, I'm great. You know, it doesn't work that way, man. You know, you have to earn those kind of accolades.
Oh yeah.
So,
Those
you
those
know,
those things have to. That's yeah. It's earned.
I agree with
and
that, and that's why
you gotta get Sean on here. Sean's got some great stuff going on.
Air
Questions
11
of it.
series, TM
I just
series.
asked
Air,
Sean. I
is that
just
it?
asked Sean. Sean is my dog. I talked to him for like 4 hours the other day,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to get him on because he is so
Let,
educational.
let, let me ask you. I don't know if she'll do a live. But
Air 11 series.
have you ever had a Jamie Sweet on?
They can't hit
Yes, we
that.
have.
Jamie Smith. Yes.
Oh, okay, good, man. That woman's like she's amazing.
Yeah, we had her on, and so Christopher James actually
Says
came
connected, but
on with
what's
her
that
to help us
minutes?
interview her uh, about her program and her history. So that was actually a real fun treat as well to have them
Well,
both on.
I feel bad for you guys now that you mentioned the other person, but I won't get into
Christopher James. Yes, I completely understand what you're saying. He
that.
talks way too much. Way no, I love Christopher James.
He's
I'm not gonna say nothing no more because
he always says it every
Oh
time he
he'll
comes
come
on.
after
He
me,
just
so I'm not gonna say nothing more.
completely dismantles Caleb. Completely
no,
dismantles.
love Christopher James, but yeah, Jamie Sweet was a complete honor to have on. The
Yeah.
founder of the Shorty Bulls, um, beautiful program over there.
Yeah.
Super
It's not
Man,
knowledgeable
showing
and
up. If you want to
super
show me how to
Mhm.
knowledgeable.
connect it, I
Very,
would.
very. Oh yeah, that was
yeah,
that was that was super fun for sure. So that was definitely something
yes,
that I was very very
Maybe you're
privileged
not
to
bothering
to,
her.
to
She's
have
just
her
going
as
through her
the
stuff, man.
yeah. Hey, Larry Duran is someone I would love to have on. Love to have
You know
on.
something that he
Okay,
has
it's
so
asking
much
me to
history
connect
behind him.
now.
It's amazing. But the thing is, Larry, you know, he's not one of those guys that you know.
he's not the
He's
public
very
eye guy.
reserved. He's very
Yeah.
reserved. You know what I'm saying, and he doesn't pound his chest. So, and like I said, and this gentleman, is the reason why we have the American Bully Kennels. You know, the kennel clubs, and he's the one that actually started it. And I know that the other person tried to take credit that he gave him a home and all that stuff. And there's a whole nother story behind all that as well. You know, but Larry, believe it or not, is very reserved. You know, he's a very intelligent man. I mean, the guy is like sharp as a whip, man. You know, and I enjoy our conversations. And you know, he's a man of God, which I really respect, and I enjoy our conversation. And we always finish with a prayer. And this guy can pray like you can't believe, man. It's beautiful. This guy pray. You know, so
Yeah.
I really admire there what he does. And he's actually a good dude, man. And everything. Um, and I'm excited. Like I said again, I'm excited to be working with him and moving forward with the Royal Bloodlines Registry. So I'm hoping the thing will eventually launch. It's just a matter of time, and hopefully we're gonna do a couple of test runs and stuff. But it's not easy starting a kennel business, especially with the competition that's out there now. There's a lot of people that have their registry and those stuff, and some of them are homegrown, and they're only local little registries, and they're thriving, they're doing good. And I'm happy for that. I'm a firm believer that a lot of people will, when another registry comes in, they'll attack them, do everything they can to sabotage them, whatever it may be, right? I'm a firm believer that that there's plenty of food on the table for everybody. And the other thing I'm a firm believer in is don't be throwing rocks. If you want to do something, focus on yourself. Focus on your registry. Focus on your program. Focus on your breeding program. Focus on your kennel. Polish yourself. Don't worry about everybody else. I love the fact that I want my competition to worry about me. I don't want to worry about them. I could care less about them. Don't get me wrong when I say I care less. I'm just saying if they're going to be trying to attack me, try to break me down, I'm okay with it. Do what you got to do. I'm going to polish me. I'm going to make me the best I can. And I will let the masses decide whether I deserve their accolades or not. If I don't, then I need to change my program. I need to change me. I need to do something that, but I'm not going to go after that person. I'm a firm believer. Another thing I like to say is I will never steal another man's light to make myself shine.
Yeah.
I will never do that. I don't need to break down, I don't need to break down, Amanda or anybody like that. I don't need to break it down to try to make myself look good. That's weak. I'm going to make myself shine on my own merit. I don't need to steal your fire. So it's one of those things where too many people do that nowadays. Too many people nowadays, they get on there and they talk. And the other thing they do is they boast about themselves. And people don't want to hear you be boasting about yourself. I'm sorry. I did this or I did there. I'm traveling the world. I'm doing that. Nobody wants to hear that shit, man.
I mean, we want to hear because we're asking you the question. But obviously,
I get that. But I'm
you're
saying
trying
a
to
lot
bring
of
it up
people.
in random conversation. I get it.
Right,
Yeah.
but there's a lot of people that are just constantly posting, I did this and I did that, and believe it or not, it's cool in the beginning, but if you look at the comments and so forth, they don't get the results. You know what I'm saying? You're better off. Sometimes you're better off elevating somebody else to make yourself look great. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to make yourself look great, but you know, don't be afraid to give accolades. Don't be afraid to say, something like myself here. I enjoy coming on your guys' show, man. And I appreciate you guys. So I'm gonna push it. Hey, you got to watch these guys. You got to do this. I'm okay with that. If I don't come on again, I had a great time, and people need to be there. You got to get other guests. You got to things and you grow. And I'll give another example. And it's oh God, Roger Sprout, I think his name is. The guy that owned what was the dog he owned? It was 7, I think he owned. But he's no longer doing lives, and I felt bad because I think he did really good lives, And I wish the guy would come back and do more lives. And it's not to be in competition with you, but I just feel like there's not enough good lives out there that are going on. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So and the other sad thing about lives is that for example, Instagram, right? You see lives on Instagram, right? And if you had an educational live going on, man, you're lucky to get 10 people in there, right? Now, if you got somebody
You
yelling at
start
each
some
other,
drama.
cussing each other, drama, they got 300 people watching, man, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
what did you gain from that? I mean, it's kind of simple. It's simple entertainment, but I got time
Yeah.
for
What
shit,
what
man.
is the actual takeaway from it?
Yeah,
Like,
where's
Right.
the steak and potatoes in that? You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
so I don't support that kind of stuff, man. Even myself, when I get interviews, sometimes I think I told you guys in the very beginning, I won't do controversy. So don't ask me those questions. I've had other people ask me, you got the wrong guy. I can't do that.
right.
Say,
Right. No,
I'm
and that's
here to help you. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to, grow my community. I'm here to support the people that allow me to come out part of their show. But don't ask me to be part of that. I don't need that, man. I got enough enemies. I don't need no more. So.
Yeah,
But
and that's why we don't have everyone on this live. Like we go for education and we go for people that are moving in a certain way for reach one, teach one. We always say that,
good for you
and
guys.
that's
That's awesome,
exactly what
man.
we
Yeah.
stand on.
Oh yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
we are
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely. And just like you said, it's just like with a goal, like trying to make sure that everybody has good takeaways from, because we pedal access essentially is what we're doing is we're getting to talk dogs with people that are just, positive and informative and selfless. And we pedal that to like, so everybody has access to you guys and
Well,
they get to interact.
there's so much good people out there, and they're so
Yeah.
entertaining.
So
And if you look at them and you take them for face value, you're gonna get something out of it.
absolutely.
there's some real substance behind it.
Mhm.
I look at drama and some of these people, the way they act on social media stuff is like it's like fireworks.
Yeah,
It's a quick flash, and it may be exciting and pretty for that split second, but there's no longevity in it. So some of the
It's
things
just for
where
the split second.
that's all
oh
it is,
yeah.
man.
Mhm.
There's so
Raul,
much more value in life.
Raul Fagundes just messaged me and he's like, I know it's a big night, brother. He's like, I got the phone by the bed. You need me, call me anytime.
Oh,
That's awesome, bro.
Love
See,
that.
that's what it's
oh
about.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what it should be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is.
yeah. That's my guy,
That's
man. And he's just like y'all, man. He's family to me. And
yep,
it's nice to he's a good person to have
yep.
on the other end of the phone if you need him for sure.
That's yeah.
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 Hey, Rudy Velasquez too said he does educational lives. Ask a question is Mike the answer. Tune in. So love it. Love educational lives.
Okay, okay, Rudy. I have to look into that. I'd really like to see what you got going on there because that's again we love learning something new every day. If you're not learning something new every day, you're doing it wrong. So
No, yeah, Rudy.
okay.
Honest got to Rudy. Believe it or not, he's like an encyclopedia because he knows a lot of the history behind the American Bully because he's in
Yes,
Southern
he
California.
does.
So, he's been doing this a long time as well.
Him and Sinatra.
Oh, yes, thank. Oh, I love
I don't know who Sinatra. I can't remember. I have to see a face. I don't remember who Sinatra. the name sounds very familiar, but I just
oh
don't
yeah,
remember. I just don't,
yeah. If you saw him, I think you'd recognize him. He goes by Tank as well.
Yeah. Yep.
like who?
Tank.
He goes by Tank.
Oh, Tank. Oh, okay, okay.
A lot of people call him like it says his name twice on his
Tank
thing, so
Sinatra.
it's Sinatra,
Yeah.
Sinatra.
Yeah, but some people just know him
Oh,
as
we
Tank.
lost him.
Hey,
Oh
Papa Pitt
no,
said, "All right, enough of this shit. I'm going to sleep."
Yeah, his phone might have finally died.
okay. Man,
No,
Oh,
hey,
my phone's
love
about
Papa
to
Pitt.
die.
I love having him on.
Yeah, he's
yes.
great.
It's such a
Yeah.
treat. But yeah, it
Yeah,
is 10:30 now. Michael, keep us updated.
I
Hey,
will, man.
man, my phone's on too. Like, well, I got to charge it because Amanda went a little long. But so
If I
it'll be
can charge
charged.
my
But
phone while
man,
I'm on this live, Caleb, you can charge yours.
Tell him, Amanda. No excuses, Caleb. I'm calling
Michael, don't
everybody at
do.
3:30.
Oh, my phone will be charged. I'm
Okay.
not
Listen,
gonna make an excuse like Amanda. Like my phone's on 15%. Just letting y'all know.
I didn't know if she was rushing us or what was going on there. What
no,
was
I
that?
thought my phone
I
was about to
know.
die on me, and I was like,
Hey,
I'm
Papa
sorry in
Pitt.
Just
advance. That was
playing.
not
Hey,
me charging
Amanda,
it.
I haven't said it all night. But hush. Bring it back on real quick. I've been waiting for that. That's been build up. Hush. I need a shirt that says Amanda Hush.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
gonna
sell it at
proceed.
shows, and
I'm
I'm
gonna.
telling you, it's something that's gonna jump off.
Hey,
There
Amanda,
we go.
why you kicked me out, Amanda? I was gonna back you
I
up on that hush stuff, man.
I
Yeah.
I was
told
gonna
you to
say
not like
exactly,
that.
but then when he said
I
you're gonna
think he's
back her
got
up, and I
Hey,
was like,
voice.
no.
now she treated me like a Mexican
He
redheaded
was done. He was
stepchild.
done with you, Caleb. He was just done.
That's how I felt too, Ron. That's how I felt too, Puppy.
Damn, man,
Oh,
come on.
Oh
I
Lord.
thought you was my big sister, man. God dang
I
it,
know.
man.
Also, I'm like, he disappeared. I was just like, I guess he's done. Now I feel
What
bad.
did he say? What did he say? Delete. Holy cow, man.
what?
John.
What
Oh,
happened? What happened here? What happened here? Let's go.
Oh, John wrote a novella. Oh, I think. Are you mute?
I love
No.
it.
I can't hear anybody.
I'm here.
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. All
I'm
right.
trying to read some of the comments here, Ron.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sean wrote
Amanda
another
was
one
so
for you.
confused. Amanda's like, I don't hear anybody. It was my phone. What is it?
Well, yeah, because everything just went silent. I didn't realize it was because everyone was trying to read more comments. I was joking. It's
Oh
fine.
gosh.
Yeah, except for it's not Public's Wi-Fi. I'm actually on data right now.
Hey, so if anyone wants an Amanda Hush shirt, please get with me. I'll be at a local
That's
show.
cold blooded, man. That is cold blooded, man. Oh my goodness.
Oh
God, I really think
gosh.
the affairs are in order. I really do. I really
Papa
do.
Pitt, I will
Yeah.
send you one. Just
Tuesday
send me
night
your
bully
address. I will
talk on the
send you
front,
one.
and in the back says
I
Amanda
I
Hey,
just I
Hush.
just want a picture of
You
you
know
wearing
what?
it.
You know
I'm
what?
afraid you're gonna want me
I
to wear it
need
on the live,
one.
and
I
Amanda's
think
gonna
I
start
need one.
talking to me, man.
Yes, I
Just
just
a
want a picture
reminder.
of you wearing it. That's it. That's the only thing. Oh
You know,
man.
I gotta make some more shirts. I send you guys some, but I'm out of stock. I gotta get some more, and
I definitely would love a shirt, man.
yeah, I gotta
Hey
look.
Fred Hey Frederick said get me one made. I got you. See? It's already a hit. So it's already
Just, you need
Oh
to shut up, Carl.
hey.
I'll just
Niece's
make you
bully
shut up,
said I'll buy
Carl.
one to support. That's two. We
Hey,
got two sold
listen.
already.
Ay, ay,
That's
ay.
cool. That's fine.
Oh, Sean said I'll sell them at nationals. Yes, just the cost of whatever it takes to make it. Nothing else. I want as many
And
people to
then,
have
yeah,
this as
those boots don't
possible.
pay for themselves. Yeah, those boots don't pay for themselves.
Amanda, I think you need to make a shirt, and you know, in retaliation.
Oh,
Hmm.
I mean, this, yeah,
Papa,
I might make a shut up, Carl.
Papa
Yeah.
Pitt, come on my side. Come here and don't come over there.
Hey, you know, in all my years, I know the scorn of a woman, so you better go easy, big dog.
I ain't worried. I ain't
Oh
worried.
shit, man, he's getting brave on you. He's getting
Oh,
brave on
not
you.
yet.
Oh gosh.
That's a good way to get poisoned.
Yeah,
Justin's going
even
the wrong
Justin's
way.
like,
I want a
oh,
shut
shut
up
up,
Carl
Carl.
shirt. I don't know a Carl.
Mhm.
What a
Oh,
fun
yeah.
live that was.
Yeah. Mhm. Shut up,
That's funny.
Carl. Well, again, thank you
Yeah, but
Any
so
puppy
much.
action? You've been quiet over there.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah. Where we at?
well, she's up and down, and she finally just laid down. She's been I had 4 layers of material down for different things, and she scratched everything out of the way.
Mhm.
She's on the
Yeah, just
floor.
you
You're
just let
prepping.
her scratch what you want. But I would also say I would try to lay her down.
She is
Uh,
laid down.
oh, good.
Goodness.
That's a good thing then. That might
yeah,
make things
hey,
easier on her.
hey, Pop Pitt. Also, would you recommend getting her up, walking her around real quick before she actually lays down?
You know, sometimes, believe it or not, that helps. Because again, by moving and walking, sometimes, you're letting those puppies rearrange themselves. You know, all that movement and stuff. Sometimes it helps them realign. You know what I'm saying?
He
Yep.
Papa Fitz said maybe it would be good to walk her a little bit and let the puppies rearrange and get situated.
Hey, just like a human ready to have a baby. When they walk,
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
they
they
have
they're
to
See
really
if
realize
you
will.
not.
can
that they
get
Yeah,
don't
they're
even
not
take
being very
walks.
see if you can
welcome.
get her to do some jumping jacks. And see what you can come.
Ah, yeah.
That she's some
Holy
mercy.
shit, man.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Lamaze breathing 1, 2 with the jumping jacks.
Yeah.
Lamar
In
breathing.
sync. Oh gosh.
Oh my God.
Mm.
My favorite part of tonight is I've had the longest day. And yeah.
You better
Uh
get a pot of coffee ready to go, boy. I'm
yeah,
telling you
oh,
right
I
now.
got energy drinks
Yeah,
like
you really do.
crazy. I
Man, them
don't
energy
even
drinks,
drink
those
them.
energy drinks scare me, man. Because I
I
took one
don't
one
even
time and I
drink
went
them,
like in a
dude, but I got
hyperdrive, man.
I bought like 10 of them earlier,
Oh my
but
God, go easy, but you don't want to have a
they're
heart attack drinking
they're
them
the
things.
little bitty ones, so we'll see what they do. They look like they pack a punch. We'll find out. But my out of my long day, the strenuous day, grueling day that I've endured today since early this morning, my favorite part of the day is when my wife's been home 5 minutes and tells me to get out.
That you know what that is? That's love.
Get out. She said, get out. Out. I'm
She
like,
said, I love
whoa.
you, but get
I
out.
love
She said, I
you.
love you
She
first.
did. She did say I love you first.
I
She said,
already
I
know.
love you.
She,
Get out.
hey, I already know. She tells you you parked wrong, you made the wrong turn signal.
I'm telling you. No, she wants
my
me to
wife was the
drive.
parking police. Your car's in this stall crooked. I said, Jesus Christ, woman.
I'm within the line. Leave me alone.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
first time driving a car, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
there's
tell you what.
Sinatra. Love that dude.
I had
Yeah.
to see what I
He's
need to
on
see
there.
one
Yeah.
live.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's only a matter of time.
Hey, he's always putting history on for American Bullies. Always putting old
Yeah,
school
he
dogs,
is.
things like that. Like
Sinatra, what's up,
he's
my guy?
an encyclopedia that likes to give the education back to the community, and I absolutely love it.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Where's he located?
California.
Oh, is he really? Southern
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
California.
not sure exactly Sinatra. Like, please answer that. Not sure exactly where in California.
Man, he has to
Huge
come over.
states,
He has to come
but
over
yeah,
for tacos.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want to come too.
Yeah, I'd like
I'm
to have.
inviting myself. I live in
I like
Alabama, but
tacos. You know what I mean? I'm in
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
in Arkansas, but I eat tacos. You know?
Hey,
It's
where in
hey.
California are you?
Me? I'm
No,
in the
not
cent.
well.
Oh,
You.
yeah. Well, I.
What?
Oh, San
What,
Bernardino.
baby?
Okay. No, he's not San Bernardino. That's Rudy. Um,
Yeah.
I'm in the
My,
Central Valley. I'm actually in the center of the
my
state.
wife just walked in the room and she's like, we're all talking about tacos and I've got the earpiece in now, so Remy's not being overstimulated. And then she hears me talking about all these tacos and stuff, and she's like, I'm not sure what y'all are talking about anymore.
Really? Go inside.
Hey, Sinatra put Southern California, Riverside County.
Oh, okay. I know who's that. Tell him I'm
Yeah,
just. Oh, I get. He's listening. I'm just outside of Fresno.
he's just outside of Fresno, Sinatra. He wanted me to tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, wise guy, man.
Oh,
Man, I'm on your side now. Damn
you said tell him. You said tell him.
it.
He's just carrying out instructions, Ramos. You can't be mad at him about that.
That's it.
Hey, wise guy. You know what I'm saying?
30 minutes away from
Oh,
San
girl.
Bernardino is what he said.
Oh man.
He's 30 minutes away from San Bernardino.
Okay. Hey, come here. You gosh. You gosh. Hey, come here. You gosh. Hey,
Oh.
come here.
Michael, we're still going for tacos. I'm going with you. We're still
Yeah,
going for
hey,
tacos.
look,
Hey,
we can get
hey,
tacos.
Big
It's nothing.
This is the boy I got from Jamie. Sent me this boy.
Nice.
Mhm.
You gosh.
Wow.
Look at that face. Oh,
You said from Jamie
Get out of
Sweet?
here. She sent me. Yeah, she gave me that boy.
Wow.
I flew down
He
to her place to get him.
he looks just like your other two boys, just a
yeah.
shorty bull version of him.
Yeah, he's a character, man. That little guy, he thinks he's the king shit around here, man.
Oh, yeah.
He got
Sure.
the
You look like
he got the small
another.
man syndrome. He wants to go after all the big dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be
Hey,
like that.
Niece's bully said, "Hell, I want tacos," and then Adam said he likes tacos too. So it sounds like there's a lot of tacos that are gonna have to be passed
Yeah, my
around.
Yeah,
wife
we
said all
we
this
got the
talking about tacos. She doesn't even know what we're talking about anymore. Are we even talking about tacos or what?
she's getting worried. First of all, we talked about energy drinks. We
Yeah,
talked about hot lube and tacos. You're in deep shit, man.
I'm in deep shit, brother. Now, hey,
At
she
least you
just
get
now
the
told
lube to
me,
make it better.
right? I got the hot lube to make it better.
Oh my God.
And now she tells me now she wants tacos too. She's hungry. So
There we go. And
Now you
Sean
got
said it
food
is
for the drug.
Tuesday. See,
that's all I
a
need
bunch
is
of
one
taco
more woman
lovers.
in this house to tell me how things are going to be in this room right here. I got Remy's been bossing me around all day. I ain't had to say so. I keep trying to straighten the bed out. She just made a
Quit messing with
tornado out of
the.
everything I've done in here.
Yep.
Golly. It's perfect. It's just how I like it.
Yeah.
What's up,
I need
Chula? How you doing,
Amanda. You need to
Chulita?
drive here from Alabama so
Chula,
you can
Chula,
join the
Chula.
club. Come in here and
Oh,
boss
come
me
on. Don't
around.
act
Is he
shy. Don't
bossing
act
around the
shy.
snakes? No, I'll
Don't
do that.
act
I can do
shy.
that from here.
Don't
I
act
got you.
shy.
I got you. If you need me to bounce you
My
a
wife
little
said,
bit.
"Hey," she said, "Hey, you're a girl dad. I mean, what are you gonna do? You know?"
Yeah. Hey, Lily Faye's in the other room. Don't tempt her with a good time.
Oh my God, she will join in 100%.
Yes. Yes.
To Lily, I'm
Oh,
just an instrument. You know what I mean? I'm just an
yeah.
instrument to my
Hey,
daughter. She's like,
Jeremy
do
said we
this, give
tacos
me
in
this.
Lexington, Kentucky. Man, there are some taco lovers tonight. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. So
It is
Well,
Tuesday.
I got bad news for you guys. I don't think there's any kind of quality tacos in Kentucky.
I don't believe
I
there
agree with
is.
that.
I could be wrong, but
I
they
agree
got
with
whiskey. They got
that.
whiskey there, but they don't have tacos. Maybe.
I tell you the truth, man. I've traveled the world, man, and I've had tacos in several of the states east of the Mississippi, and they don't cut it, guys.
Hey, Candy Avila, when Candy Avila and her husband come, oh my gosh, Luis makes the
Luis knows how
best
to make them tacos.
tacos on a
He makes
man.
some really
Now
good tacos.
he is straight from Mexico, and he comes over here, does not play around on that grill, and it is
No.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, he
You
takes it
know,
very
some
seriously.
people may not realize, but you know, some Mexican food's like really super popular. You know, and
Yeah.
I've traveled the globe, you know, and I've eaten at every place, and I don't want to hurt feelings, but man, you know, it's hard because the cuisine it has so much variety of flavors and colors. It's
Mhm.
amazing. You know what I'm saying it's really honest to God truth. You know,
It is.
if you don't like tacos, trust me, man, try some of this stuff. It's amazing, man. You know, it's
Oh, I'm
just
a
like,
big fan.
oh man,
I'm
it's
a huge fan.
and I guess you know, my next favorite food from that is going to be like maybe like you know Thailand, Vietnam, or something. The food is amazing. And
Yeah.
Thailand is
uh,
amazing, man. I love
oh,
their
dude.
food, and I've been to Thailand, and it was a you know there's just like anywhere else, it has its beautiful places and its in inner city difficult areas, but
Oh,
uh
everybody has their bad spots. Trust me.
everybody does, yeah. But Thailand was beautiful, man. Their people, their culture is amazing. I just love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone said I got munchies now. Need some bully.
I actually seen the Red Hot Chili Peppers at Hard Rock Cafe in Thailand, and I watched kickboxing. If y'all remember the first kickboxer movie with Van Damme, the original kickboxer, well, there was an arena in the very beginning where his brother got his back broke by Tom Poe, the big Thai guy kickboxer, right? Well, they were playing the drums in that kickboxing arena, and
Oh
where
God,
he went to Thailand.
what was Tom Poe's name? His real name?
I don't remember that,
He
but
was like the bodybuilder guy.
well,
He was kind of
uh,
thick. He was not your normal thing. He was like had.
yeah,
I
he
think
was
I
a
know what you're
big
talking about.
guy. Yeah, but in the beginning scene of the movie, the his brother was originally the champion. He was the real kickboxer, and he got his back broke by Tom Poe. And anyway, that arena where that all went down, where they filmed it and all, was in Thailand. And I went to that arena and watched kickboxing. And this guy, he gave me these little woven little dice, like good luck. He's like, America, America, and I'm like, yeah, man, you know.
Oh, wow.
And then he went in there and got his block knocked off. I'm talking about. I mean, he got knocked out
What's up,
so
Carl?
bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I mean, it was fun, man. Yeah, that live Muay Thai, man, that was a big deal. That
That's
was cool.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, tonight we went from dogs to hoping to get puppies to tacos to
Hot
movies,
lube.
Yeah. What's happening?
hot lube in between, right where it
Hey,
belongs. Oh man, that's funny.
Sinatra's right. In Southern California, man, they got some great Mexican food, man. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing, man. But if you guys ever come this way, man, we'll do tacos, man. That's for damn sure, man.
There we go.
That's for sure. Yeah. Well, look, y'all, I'm fixing to have to get on these, get on Remy, Team Remy, and make sure I'm not missing anything, man. Give this my full attention.
Handle your
It
business, my friend,
it
and
has
good
been a
luck.
great
Everything's
ride,
gonna be
man.
good. Keep an
Thank
eye on
y'all,
her.
Ramos.
You
Good to be
guys.
on here with you again.
Likewise, my friend. Thank you.
My
Yes,
peoples. Until the next time.
love you, brother.
Yep, love y'all.
Call
All
me
right.
tonight,
Good
man.
luck.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
luck.
All right. Bye.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody. Thank you guys again.
Yes,
Wow,
Poppy
Okay.
Pit,
look
love
at
you, man.
look at
Love this.
he left, and Amanda became supersized. What the hell happened here?
Yeah,
I'm
it
making up another
happens.
piece of the mail. All right. Thank you again, Ron, for coming on and talking dogs with
Thank
us.
you,
It's
sir. I
always a
appreciate you
pleasure.
guys. I know it's late, so thank you very
Yes.
much. Caleb, thank you so much, you guys. I always enjoy myself. So Continues to sex you guys, and if you ever want me back on again, if you don't want to treat me like a Mexican red stepchild, I'll be glad to come in here, man. But
I love it.
and we'll try to stay off the hot lube and other stuff like that. But with that being said, peace, and we'll see you shortly.
Hey, peace. Awesome live.
All right,
Respect,
Bye,
man.
guys.
Take care.
have a
Amanda,
great one.
hush.
Shut up, Carl.